that's the code.
Frames, brains, motors, that's the code.
Frame strong, can't break that bill.
Frames, brains, motors, that's the code.
Frames, brains, 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 brains. Frames, brains, motors, that's the code.
Frames, brains, motors, that's the code. Frames, brains, motors, that's the code. Frames, brains, brains, motors, that's the code.
Yeah.
Frames, brains,
Motors, that's the code.
brains, motors, that's the code. Frames,
Yeah.
frames, brains, motors, that's the code.
Frames, motors.
Yeah. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code.
Yeah.
Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors.
Frames,
motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code.
Yeah.
Brains, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames,
Yeah.
motors,
Yeah.
frames,
Yeah.
frames, motors, that's the code.
Yeah.
Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames,
Yeah.
frames, motors, that's the code. Motors, that's the code. Frames,
Yeah.
motors. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, that's the code. Frames, motors, yeah. Frames, motors, that's the code. 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 Frames, motors. Frames, brains, motors. That's the code. Frames, brains, rotors. That's the code. Frames, brains, motors. That's the code. Frames, brains, motors. That's the code. Frames, motors. That's the code. Frames, motors. Oh, that's the code. Frames, motors. That's the code. Frames, motors. That's the code. Built from the ground. That's how we grow. High performance, I decided the mode. God gave the gift, not watch it show. If the piece gotta play its role, from the structure down to the soul. Formula 1, K9s, we don't fold. Frames, brains, motors. That's the code. Frames, code. Frames, motors. That's the 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 code.
Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka Coach 3I, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me. He is I, and I am what he am, and am. Yeah. Big salute to all my brethren. But before I give all my big salutes, man, okay, I'm gonna try something different. Slowly but surely, I'm introducing y'all to the fullness of who I am and what I represent. You know what I mean? Shout out to the debriefings. And through, this fellowship, this manship, this dogmanship, this brothermanship that we got over here, I want to shape our atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like I said, I consider us the elite level dogman engineer nerds. The balanced masculine man, not the overly masculine macho man, not the Ralph Tresvant man with too much sensitivity. No, the one that's walking that straight and narrow path, right? Now, you've heard me mention maybe over the course of many lives, me being the shepherd of shepherds. You might have heard me say that. You've heard me, talk about the Secrets of the Kingdom, Volume 2, which is with the ETs, and you might even heard on one of the ETs, where I come from spiritually, where my DNA come from spiritually. The Archangel Michael. That's where I come from spiritually. You know what I'm saying? That's the essence of where I come from. You know what I mean? Where they were warring in the heavens, but the elite warriors, of the Most High God. I got a musical background as well. I got a full-blown studio at my crib. I used to have a record label. I mean, what Negro didn't have a record label? All right. You know, I mean, shit, I got a heavy musical background. And yeah, man, you know, I consider myself a Quincy Jones type producer. You know what I mean? A Dr. Dre type producer. You know what I mean? Where, you know, I know how to put things together and orchestrate them really nice at the dice. And, you know, I have a music group called Trifecta Music Group. I mean, shit, right? Trifecta. I mean, you know, Trinity. I mean, what? The three. I mean, don't it make sense with the coach? So, you know, I consider us a high level classroom, like a professional athletic locker room, or if we were elite soldiers, Green Beret, Navy SEAL. You know, it's a top tier level dogman environment. And, you know, before I give my shout outs, you know, I want to set the tone in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I want to set the tone, and, you know, I want to get the shout outs the right way. You know what I mean? I just want to do something, you know what I mean, a little bit different. And I think I'm going to carry this one out, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're going to set this one off right. You know what I mean? I'll make sure I get my shout outs right. You know what I'm saying? We're going, you know what I mean? We're going to pump the locker room up, man. We're going to pump the classroom up. You know what I mean? While I give everybody their salutes and everything for coming in the classroom. All my front row nerds that's going to get their salutes. That's right, man. So, man, let me go ahead and pump this bitch up. Okay, let's pump it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Pump it up. Let's pump it up. Turn it up, my nigga. Turn it up, my nigga, coach. Turn it up. Okay, man. I'm gonna try. Let me test this one out right here. Let me test this one out right here, man. I gotta test them. Let me test this one out right here. Let's do it. Lucky Mills in the building. Lucky Mills in the building. Lucky Mills in the building. We got my brother. We salute my brother, man. Big salute to all my brethren. I got 416 K9 in the building. Big salute. Big salute. 416 K9 in the building. Salute. In the building. Yeah, we got my brother in the Big salute to all my brothers in the building. All my brothers, man, in the front row, man. My top tier engineer nerves in the front rees, man. In the front rees, man. You know what I mean? Just wanted to go ahead and, kind of get us pumped up for the class, man. Get us pumped up for the class, man. That's right, man. And also big salute to all of you coming in and, mingling in the middle, man. All of y'all coming in, mingling in the middle, man. Get comfortable, get seated. You know what I mean? We're going to get started. We're going to do what we do like we always do right about this time. But, man, get comfortable. All my brothers in the middle, you know what I mean? Not necessarily in the front, but you in the middle rows, man. Get settled in, man. You know what I mean? We're about to kick this shit off really nice at the dice. So come on down, man. And also all you bitch-made motherfuckers in the back, you guys are always welcome, man. You guys are always welcome. We hope that we can infect you with that fucking righteous man spirit and get that feminine fucking chatty patty, hating, envious, jealousy spirit, argumentative spirit, confrontational spirit, overreactive spirit. I get so emotional, baby. We call that the Whitney Houston spirit out of you, man. So, you guys in the back are always welcome too, because you know what we got for you. And if you don't know, we got an altar call for you, man. We're going to allow you to come to the altar and repent from your bitch ass ways. That's right. Now, without further ado, man, let's get comfortable, man. You already know what we're going to do, man. We're going to get prepared. get your backwoods, your paper planes, your Swisher Sweets, your edibles, your beverages, whatever and however you partake in the herbal sensations, man. Make sure that shit is on a high level. We call it the premium, the tip of the spear, okay, of herbal infusion, okay? Make sure it's of that caliber when you fucking partake tonight on Thursday nights in this top tier, superior level, high level engineer class that we're in, all right? Get that bitch ready to go, all right? And if you like the taste of hops, dark hops, light hops, okay, the strongest hops, what they call malt liquor hops, designer hops, organic hops, whatever it is that gives you that taste that you enjoy when it comes to hops, get that bitch ready to go. Make sure it's nice and cold. Make sure if you got a mug, make sure that motherfucker is frosty, all right? Get that bitch ready to go, all right? Get it ready to go. And if you like the strong taste of hard liquor, you like it light, you like it dark, man, get that bitch ready to go, man. However you want to take a shot on it, you want to sip on it, or you want to do like the coach do, you want to do the serve mix a lot, man, so you can get a little cut it on there. You want that little cut with a little flavor, man. Get that bitch ready to go, all right? And before you partake in it, all right, hey, wait till I say cheers, all right? When I say cheers, we're going to partake in it 3 times to root it, man. We're going to root this thing that we got going on, man. We're going to root this dog man community, this high performance working dog man community that we have here. There's no other community like ours but ours, all right? So here we go, all right? Because you know what the coach got? The coach got is vodka, lemon, and that's right. Here we go, men. Cheers. All right, here we go. Let's take it 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Real men on 3, real men on 3, real men on 3. Let's turn up, fellas. Let's turn up, fellas.
That ain't a sign. That ain't a sign.
real men on three. Okay. Okay, man. All right. So, shit, let the coach get comfortable. You know what I mean? I rooted it in with you guys, man. Go ahead and calm our edge. To all my new subscribers. Like I said, we average about 10 to 12 every week. So it's always a pleasure to have you new guys coming into our classroom. Welcome. It is like I said, a definitely high level, top tier classroom. It will challenge your manhood if you're not of the tip of the spear type of man. If you are of the tip of the spear type of man, this is just what the doctor ordered, all right, over here. Plus, we are real top tier dog man and dog women engineer. We nerds when it comes to this shit, man. We, you know what I'm saying? We ones that's working for Lockheed Martin and Skunk Works and Boeing, man. We doing all the top secret shit, but over here it ain't no secret because we engineers. We share it, man. We scientists when it comes to these dogs. So I want to welcome all my new subscribers. You know what I mean? Hey, man, enjoy the content. You know what I mean? Enjoy the content. We got plenty of it. If you want to nerd out, man, go back in time, man. Take that Michael J. Fox trip and go back in time and go nerd out. You know what I'm saying? On this nerdy shit that we be on, man. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm Coach 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your teacher. I'm not your professor. I'm not politically correct. You know what I mean? I'm your old school coach with three versions of coaching. You know what I mean? Coach Tony Dungy, you know what I mean? Which is very, 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 very relatable, man. Very, very, very even. Don't get too Whitneyed out, man. Matter of fact, rarely get any Whitney, man. You know what I mean? I really get Whitneyed anything when I'm in that Coach Tony Dungy spirit. And then we got that Moni in the middle, which I call, Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. You know what I mean? I can do it either or. I can turn up on your ass or I can keep it right there in between. Be a little bit of turn up with a little bit of fucking low-key energy, man. I can do you like that too. That's some level of my coaching. And then I can turn it up to the TJ Maxx. I can turn that bitch up to the 12. All right, and be that nigga Bill Parcells on your ass. All right, that's me. That's my style of culture. Real man shit, man. Real Navy SEAL type, Bud School type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be about, man. But at the end of the day, you got to be this type of way when you're dealing with top tier dogs like I deal with that can kill your ass. You know what I mean? You got to make sure, you got to have that even energy, man. You got to be nice and soft in the right times, and you got to be nice and even and still at the right times, and you got to be TJ to the max, turn it up to the maximum. So that's my style. So welcome all you new subscribers to our channel, man, in our classroom, man. I'm sure you will enjoy it if you are a nerd like us. All right. Anyway, I want to give glory and honor to the Most High God first and foremost. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all know I've been on a mission. Trying my best to graduate to the top of the spear of my life as a man. God told me something a while ago when I was going through some trials and tribulations, when I, in my desert, Jesus went to the desert 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness, right? He went to the wilderness 40 days, 40 nights. And I've been in my desert, in my wilderness for 6 years. So, I had a lot of time to reflect on me in the desert. All right. So, when God told me to, sit my ass down, slow down, you too ahead of the dog game, and then because of that, and because of situational things that make you call audibles, okay, life will make you call audibles. If you're a top tier coach, you know how to call audibles, and I'm a top tier coach, okay, player coach in my life. So I know how to call audibles, okay, when I'm at this line of scrimmage and I see a blitz. All right. And the world been blissing the coach because the coach was trying to take it to the limit, to the TJ Maxx. Okay. So anyway, God told me, like, be patient. All your projects with the dog, put that shit on hold. Put that shit on hold. Okay. You need to graduate as a man first. To do what you want to do in dogs, you have to graduate as a man. All right. So what that meant for me is, I gotta branch out, in my entrepreneurship, right? Okay. I already told y'all that these dogs is not a business for me. It's a expensive hobby, or what a young lady told me. She calls her hobbies a passion project. Shout out to her for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. That's what I said to the young lady who told. I said, that's kind of cute, the passion project. You know, you got to talk to these ladies like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get down to their level. You know what I mean? Not sensitivity like Ralph Tresvant, but you got to, you know what I mean? You can't be macho man with these women, all right? So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. But you know, I had to understand that the dog shit is a passion project for the coach. Okay. It's a money pit for the coach. So it's not a business. Okay. I can never catch up. So I had to go in my bag of entrepreneurship in my mind, like, okay, what can I do? So I started a business this year, okay? And it's doing pretty good, glory to God. But then, I had to do things in threes. You feel me? We had to root it. I have to root it up, okay? I believe in numbers. I believe in mathematics. I believe in numeric patterns, okay? I do, all right? I studies a lot, okay? Got a lot of books. I got a cold-ass library. One of these days, I might share with y'all. Anyway, so I had to do another one. I had to make sure I root myself in the work to get to my tip of my spear in my life, right? To graduate. So when I've been working on my third, and I've been training, for the past, month and a half, training, learning it, I officially started it. I officially started today, man. Officially started, man. And, glory to God, glory to God, right? I'm just a servant. You know what I mean? And if I'm in line with the Most High Spirit, the highest spirit of all spirits, the top of the spear, the chain of command is the number one, Most High God. There's all kind of gods, but there's only one Most High. I align myself with the Most High God, right? My first day out, man, rookie of the year, pow. You know what I'm saying? Glory to God, man. You know what I mean? We had a nice little, we got a nice day, man. Glory to God, man. I had a nice day, rookie of the year type shit. Now, of course, we don't put the cart before the horse. Or like my partner say, the horse before the cart. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't get all antsy. Ooh. We don't do all that fucking emotional shit, whether high or low, man. We keep ourselves in the middle. When we feel great, we give glory to God. And when you get hit in the gut, we also got to give glory to God too. That's the hard thing. That's the balance. Okay, that's the balance. All right. So this week, I've been preparing. Hopefully, actually this whole month and a half preparing for this third business. And because I came out and I was nervous though. I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to do gigantor things. So when I'm coming into a new arena, I want to impress. I want to impress. I want my consumers to see me as, like somebody they want to give their money to. Okay? Because they're impressed from my servitude. They like how I serve them in whatever capacity that my business exchanges a level of service for money, right? So coming out the gate with a nice little fat ass profit, man, glory to God. You already know I was over there, glory to God, all day long. Glory to God, glory to God, glory to God, glory to God. You know what I mean? Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Because you know what? I've been working hard for this mentally. I've been working hard for this spiritually. You know what I'm saying? I've been in my desert for 6 years straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I really I've really been an example to my peers. I've been an example to my family. I've been, I never complain and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm always, I try to uplift, like all the things of my responsibility, even though in my world, even though in my reality, men, I'm over there crying a river like Justin Timberlake to the Most High God, right? You can't cry a river to your wife, right? Because, you got to stand strong. Because your wife and women ain't built like us men. You know what I mean? So when we in a desert together, they can't handle the desert. So you got to always be motherfucking chippity chips. You know what I'm saying? You always got to have the fucking positive, even though in your real reality, in your own space, when you alone with God, you over there crying a river. God, please, please, God, Then once you're out of prayer, you know what I'm saying? You got to wipe the tears from your eyes and shit and act like we good. You know what I mean? Well, God got us. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we going to do that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't be complaining, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You better fucking, you better get in line, bitch. You know what I mean? You got to, you get back into your man suit. But, this week I'm reminded, every day I'm reminded, but this week I'm reminded that, you know what? Everything in life happens for a reason, man. Whether you understand it or not. See, I never understood, even though I was good at math, I never really understood word problems like I understand them now. Remember when we was in school, men, and we had word problems? You know, I was like 50-50 on the word problem, man. I wouldn't say I hated them, but I didn't like them. Because sometimes I would confuse myself with a word problem. Now, shout out to my days in school, because I always had a nerd, preferably a girl, that I sat next to. That anytime I needed something, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, can you give me the answer to that? They'll give it to me, because I was always a person that was compassionate for the nerd. That's me. I'm a nice guy by nature. So because I knew that people used to, I just was compassionate, especially the female ones. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a man. I'm attracted to women. So the nerdy girls and shit that everybody picked on and shit, I made sure I was their buddy and shit. They loved me. So anytime I needed help, they did it for me. What you want? Here, you need to, I'll do your homework. I'll do that shit. I don't need you to do my homework, but any answer, they'll take my shit I needed. So I did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I had to sit back and do a word problem on myself and do the math and understand why this is happening, why that's not happening, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, men. So this week, I'm diagnosing my own word problem and doing the math on myself. And I'm seeing that all these things that happen in my life is for a reason. And I wouldn't have been forced to grow into this individual, this man who's trying to reach his tip of the spear, which is the hardest fucking level of any man's life. It is the tip of a man's spear. See, if you're a military man, you've heard tip of the spear before. And I already told y'all my history. My father's they all third dimensional soldiers. Earthly soldiers. I'm not an earthly soldier. I'm a spiritual soldier. Okay, but my forefathers, all them been in wars and battles and shit, all the shit. Okay? So, again, this week, had a lot going on. I had a lot of, hope. I had a lot of inspiration because I can see why all the things happened to me, man. I understand why now. Everything. And everything was my fault, right? Freewill.com, man. It's freewill.com, men. Everything in my life was my fault, whether I understood it or not. But when you watch your own tape and you do your own word problem, when you look at your own self in the mirror, you get it. You're like, oh, damn, fuck, coach, you know you fucked up, right? Well, how come I didn't see it? Because you wasn't paying attention, nigga. That's why. But now that you have to watch yourself, you know you fucked up, okay? You know that's why God had to allow, he had to take the covering off of you, right, nigga? Because if he kept the covering on you, then you wouldn't have fucking seen your mistakes. You would have just floated on by and ignored the shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that you're working for the tip of your spear, you understand why it was so hard. There's not a man on the planet that will ever reach the tip of their spear without a fucking high level of fucking pain and suffering, struggle. Unless you was born with a silver spoon. Remember that show, man? Silver spoon. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, man. I had to come from the bottom. Shout out to Drake. Okay, but to be able to see the tip of my spear, to see it, like, here it is. It's obtainable. Like, here it is. You ready? The door is open. It's open. Now you got to walk in it. But then, of course, once you walk in it, this shit don't get easier, man. I'm telling you right now, this shit ain't easy, man. Nigga, I'm working hard for this shit, man. Mind, body, and spirit working hard, man. Mind, body, spirit working fucking hard. But when I get confirmation because I put in that work, working more, work 3 times, because I'm a servant, I serve at a high level. And my customers, clients, they tell me it. Bro, like, bro, the work you do, the work you do, the work you do, the work you do, the work you do is superior, brother. Superior. Attention to detail is, I mean, your checks and balances are superior, brother. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. You know, it's all good. What else? You know, anything? I always go over and beyond. You know, I'm a servant. I'm a soldier. I'm a worker. I ain't no king. I'm a servant. I like to serve. I like to work. Because at the end of the day, when nobody else want to work, I will be able to do everything by myself. One-man band. I will always be able to go back to the one-man band, which is why I got to the tip of the spear. Because I'm willing to do all the work by myself. You know, it's just in my DNA. So to be able to come out the gate, rookie of the year. What I mean by rookie of the year, man, bro, when I tell y'all I've been fucking, you know, like putting in the work to be at this level, and I'm not even at a level. I'm just a rookie. I just swung my first swing at it. But the whole time, all my scrimmages and all my practices, I've been preparing myself for that. That's why I had butterflies. Shout out to Michael Jackson, man. You give me butterflies inside. Hey, graduation gives a nigga butterflies. When you see the tip of your spear, you get butterflies in your stomach, nigga. You get kind of nervous, like, oh shit, I'm here. Oh shit, I don't want to backslide. I don't want to, oh shit, the doors, I don't want to ever, I would never go outside this door. I'm going to stay in this door. Oh my God. But, too much is given, much is required. Oh shit, Lord. Damn it, too much is, oh shit, that means I got to put in more work? I already do a whole bunch. You mean there's more stress? I already got it. You know, like, come on, be careful what you pray for, men. You just might motherfucking get it. Men, you just might get what you ask God for. You know what that is? Everything. What do we say, ready? Everything plays. Everything plays. The shit that you want to play and the shit that you don't. Pluses and minuses and indifferences all play. Everything play. And your job as a man that's at the top of his spear is to be the money in the motherfucking middle. The motherfucker that can walk that fucking skinny tightrope. The balance. Men. Coach is over here as a witness to y'all that I'm over here walking this tightrope, and oh my God, it's hard as a motherfucker. Oh my God, I'm putting in that work and more work 3 times and 3 times over and 3 times over again. Oh my God, I'm praying every day. Oh my God, I'm grateful every fucking day. Oh my God, I'm grateful for the stress and all the shit and all the tests I had to fucking take to get here. Come on, man, you got to, man. Be careful what you ask God for. And so I'm so grateful that God told me, you know what, bruh, the dogs, you 2 ahead of the game. Consumers, they don't deserve your dogs. Shout out to all my consumers who was able to get dogs before God told me consumers don't deserve your dogs. So shout out to you guys. I hope you guys do something with that DNA, because no consumer is getting my DNA anymore. Only professionals are getting my DNA. You know why professionals will get it? Because they will have to pay the ticket. If you ain't got the ticket, you ain't got to get it. You're not going to get it. I will never be in a situation where somebody will dictate me having to give away my fucking dogs. Never. Because if I wasn't in that situation, all my top tier dogs, nobody would get my top tier dogs for fucking free. Nobody. All my hard work, all my money. Ain't no way I'm giving that shit away. But you know what? When you're in a situation and you got to make sacrifices, you got to do that shit. Never in my life will I ever do that again. Never. You know how much that hurt me giving my top tier shit up away? Ooh, that hurt me. God told me, sit your ass down, be patient. You know what I mean? You got a remnant. Glory to God. You got a remnant. Give me glory. You got a remnant. You're not fucking down and out, coach. I just told you to sit down. You cool, man. Take your time. It's all right. It's okay. You know what I mean? You was moving too fast. You was moving too fast. It's cool. You know what I mean? I get it. You ambitious. You know what I mean? You're ambitious. I get why you was moving too fast. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? You really thought people was going to catch up. I get it. That's how you are when you're ambitious. You really want people to ride the wave. You really want people to ride the draft. You know what I'm saying? But when you ahead like that, people can't comprehend. They don't understand the trifecta life, the mind, body, and spirit. They don't work their brain. Niggas' brains is fucking mush. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't do mental workout. Them niggas don't read no books. Them niggas ain't studying. You know what? Them niggas ain't watching all kind of, them niggas ain't studying every kind of dog. Them niggas ain't you, coach. They not an engineer, coach. Huh? They don't tap into the pioneers like you do, coach. Like, see, this is God talking to me when I look in my mirror at myself. And he shows me. And why? This happens, that happened, this, that. You was moving too fast, coach. So when I do the math, it gives me an answer, men. Right? Says, coach, slow down. You got everything. Cool. You know what I mean? We ain't selling dogs to consumers. Okay. And if a consumer wants to buy it, they must be a professional because there's going to be a fucking ticket on it. And guess what? Every dog that I'm going to have in my program now is going to be for the team first. Nigga, listen, I don't need to. The direction I'm going, men, the tip of the spear where I'm headed, I don't have to sell now. I can keep 1,000 dogs. I can keep 1,000 dogs and take care of them. That's where I'm going. Not a consumer got to buy a goddamn dog from me. That's where I'm going, men. I keep 1,000 dogs, have a top tier fucking facility, state of the art. And hey, my team, we working dogs, we doing all the shit. We getting trained by the top tier trainers. We going. What I'm saying, that's type of shit I'm doing. I'm going to the best of the best. I'm paying to play. You know what I mean? Because I ain't game goofy. I'm going to the best of the best. I'm going to pay them for their service. Hey, teach me. I don't know, man. How much? How much? I don't know. How much? Well, man, you know what I mean? Hey, man, coach, I mean, shit, you want to know everything I know? I need 10 grand. Done. Cash you out. Because guess what? Me and my team going to go ahead and we students, we nerds. We going to study everything you do. We paid you top tier. You said 10 grand, we going to pay you. And we're going to learn everything you got. And guess what? We taking it back to Formula 1 K9s. And we doing everything that you fucking taught us. I'm doing that with every top tier trainer. I'm going to go get all the best dogs in the fucking world for my program. And I'm going to pay for it. I'm not going to haggle like these non-professional motherfuckers. No. I'm going to go show some respect to a motherfucker that got something I want. And you know how I'll negotiate with them? I'll buy a couple of them so I can get me a deal. I'm going to say, what if I buy 2 or 3? Can I get a fucking deal? He's going to be like, hell yeah. That's how I'm going to get a deal because I'm a businessman. I do business. I do great business. Then I cash him out. Then we take his DNA back to our lab. See, that's where Formula 1 K9s is going, men. We're going to compete all over the United States and the world for the fun of it. Just for our shits and giggles. Just so that we can prove to ourselves that our dogs are superior. So that when that resume is built and when I have the colonel who I got a connection with, look at my dog program and my contract structure, and he shows me who I need to go to get my contract accepted by the Department of Defense. Ain't that something? You see how God worked, men? You see how God worked for a servant, a top tier servant, a hard worker, a nigga that really got the stars and stripes and the scars to go along with it, the testimony, the dogs. You see how God works for the one that he put in the desert and gives him the hardest tests to break him down? But he tells Satan, you can't kill that nigga though. Right? He tells Satan like he told Job. Like when Satan was fucking with Job, and you a top tier man of God, and God want to test you, He tells Satan, you can do everything to that nigga, but kill his ass. Because that's my fucking servant. You ain't going to kill my servant. Them motherfucking top tier servers is few and far between. Most niggas that have the power, they want the glory. They want to gloat and bloat. They want to strut around like a peacock. You know what I mean? They don't want to serve. They don't want to give back. All I do is serve and give back. That's all I do. Right? All I want from us is to fucking be men and us to come together and be allies. You a top tier nigga? I'm a top tier nigga. You a top tier dog man? I'm a top tier dog man. Let's link up like Voltron, man. I'm not gonna downplay you. I just want to salute you, man. But let's come together. Let's share. Let's share. I'm sure I got something that you can, benefit from. And I'm sure you got something I could benefit from. And when I see something that you're doing that's top tier, I'm gonna give you your salutes. I'm not gonna feel envious because you're doing things at a high level. Maybe you might pass me. I'm not gonna get upset. You know what I mean? I'm going to take it as friendly competition because, you see, if you my real brethren, you're going to push me. You're like, Coach, Coach, why you let me outwork you? That's what you're going to tell. When you play me how I want to be played, men, you're going to tell me how you let me outwork you, Coach. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. That's what I'm going to say to you. Oh, that's a good checkmate. That's what I'm going to say to you when you tell me that. Checkmate, nigga. You got me, nigga. Okay. All right. I like that shit. And then guess what? I'm going to go out there and put in that work. I'm not going to be like, oh, this nigga challenging me. This nigga's challenging me. This nigga was lower than me first. Now he's challenging me. Why would you challenge me? No, you showed me my mirror. You said to me that what's going on? You let me outwork you. Then I look at the math, right, that you showed me out of your mouth, and I assess what you said by what you do. I'm like, yes, you outwork me. I'm not going to lie because now my feelings is hurt. Now my bravado is hurt because let's say you was, at a lower tier than I was at one point. Then you surpassed me. That's not what I'm going to do because I want us to push each other, men. That's what I want because that's what I'm all about. That was part of my lesson that I had to learn when God set me in my desert for 6 years, that I was always going, and I didn't take care of, I wasn't a good steward of what God gave me. I just wanted to graduate. I built it and left it. That's what I was doing my whole fucking manly life. I was a builder and I just left it. I like building shit. I didn't like maintenance. I just like building. I'm a great builder, but I didn't do no maintenance. That was part of my whole mirror. Look at all the shit you built that you didn't take care of. Like, damn. And another thing that I learned, men, that's why if y'all believe in Jesus Christ, I don't care what religion you are. I'm not religious, but, like I said, I'm a student, man. I done studied all religion, Buddhism, Zen, Hinduism, all that shit. The Quran, I read the Quran from front to back. Man, I read the Bible two times front to back. When Jesus says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, I get it. But I didn't respect my wife. I didn't respect women. And I wasn't on no pimping shit. I wasn't on no disrespect, but I would never let a woman dictate how I'm going to operate. Just me. That's just me. Okay. But I put so much into you motherfucking men. So much into men. So much into my motherfucking friends and peers. I lay down my life for you motherfuckers. But my wife, she would literally lay her life down for me. She put me first above everything, even above our fucking son. I'm above her own life. Not one nigga around me would ever do that. I ain't never been disappointed with my wife. I've been disappointed by so many men, friends, families, co-workers, business partners, over and over again. I had that shit backwards, man. God had to show me that when he set me in my desert for 6 years. He said, why would you neglect the woman who never fucking betrayed you, who put you above her own self, showed you time and time again. You done cheated on her so many motherfucking times. She stayed with your ass. You know what I mean? Like she done put up with all your shit. You know what I mean? She puts you first. She worships you. She serves you. None of these niggas did that for you. None of these niggas, but you did that for them. But see, that was what I needed to learn, right? That was my hurt. I was hurt over you men like my wife was hurt over me. I was hurt emotionally over you motherfucking men because I love you motherfuckers and I want to see you guys at the top of the mountain. It's lonely at the top. So all I want to do is help niggas get to the fucking top. But niggas don't want to put in the fucking work. They don't want to sacrifice shit. They don't want to sacrifice. They run from pain. They run from the mirror. My wife is, man, oh my God, my wife is, I mean, I put her through so much pain. She's still here. She's still here. Where them niggas at that I love so much? They not here. Part of the reason why is because I did the takeaway clothes. So I just took myself away from them. That's really the main reason why they're not around me. That's just how I operate. You know what I mean? Once I'm hurt, I deal with things differently. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, I'm the coach, man. Men, I'm the coach, man. I got to be an example whether I like it or not. So I'm not going to, you know what I mean? If I'm always the one that has diplomacy, then, if there's something I don't like about something, then, I need to just walk away from the situation. I need to turn the other cheek. Shout out to the Christ. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm hurt. Yeah, you might think you got one up on me, nigga, but you know what? You're going to hurt way more than me. Because you know why? Because you're going to miss me, nigga. Because what's going to happen to you, you're going to get hurt just like I got hurt. But you won't know how to handle it like me, right? You ain't your spirit and your mind and your body ain't calloused from being hurt since day one. Because I love men so much, no homo. I just love the camaraderie. I love the brethren. I love that shit. That's who I am. I come from that essence. So this week, working hard to achieve the level that I asked God for specifically, and to be able to see it, like actually see it, feel it, I feel like I feel a piece of that, what I asked God for. And to understand that the work that I'm putting in is the only reason why you are at the fucking threshold of your tip of the spear. It's no hocus pocus. It's no white magic. It's no black magic. It's because you are the only one around you that is willing to sacrifice it all for the top. Not only sacrifice, but also be humble enough to fucking put yourself on your own sword and hold yourself accountable to everything that goes on in your world, pluses and minuses. Righteous, right? Righteous. You're the only one around you that's willing to put yourself in the middle and be vulnerable. See, niggas want you to put on the pom-poms and be cheerleaders when they do good, but they'll never tell you about when they do bad, because then that would hurt their pride. See, with me, I'm a motherfucking walking, fucking living life fucking book. I'm a walking testimony, nigga, pluses and minuses and balance. I want you to see that, you know what, I failed, nigga. Because I know you're going to fail. So then when I am able to fucking show you why you failed, then you can receive it. Because I done seen Coach fail. But I also seen Coach correct his mistake. So when Coach see me fail and he tell me something, then he gives me the math on it. Not only does he tell me, he gives me the math, the word problem. Then because I use my brain, and I'm like, niggas start doing the word math, doing the math. Oh shit, Coach, God damn it. Why didn't I do the math on myself? Well, it's all good. It's no problem. It's no problem, brother. The fact that you understand it now you understand what you got to do afterwards. That's why I understand that I have to be transparent as a shepherd of shepherds, as a leader of leaders. I have to be transparent. That's the only way I'm going to be received from other men who are so-called leaders. Because when I correct your ass, you do your math on me and tell me where I'm wrong. Well, Coach, everything you do, you correct yourself, so you're right. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Now, when I correct you, what you gonna say to me? Well, Coach, I'm gonna listen. All right, cool. Now, for me, it sounds good, man. See, for me, that sounds good because I done heard it all before, man. Remember that song? Heard it all before, man. I've been around. Remember, I told you my love was for men, no homo. That's why I'm the shepherd of shepherds. It's in my DNA. So I really wanted to uplift and help all the men around me. I hated the spotlight. I never wanted to be in the front. I just happened to be in the front. The only reason why I was in the front is because of what I did. When you go to my real life games, you see what I do. You see how I live. If you ever around my wife, you see my wife. You see how your wife, if she's around my, you see why I got my shit is top tier. You watch all my games. You watch. If you're on the job with me, you see how my customers and my consumers fucking appreciate me and they worship me because I'm a top tier servant. Then you're like, damn it, man, coach, man, he working harder than me. Damn it, man, look, everybody respect him. That nigga's a real life diplomat. That nigga is a real life diplomat in the flesh. That nigga can go anywhere and motherfuckers know who he is just by his presence. Nigga can conversate with anybody and motherfuckers with top tier pedigrees be like, ooh, nigga, here's my card. Matter of fact, hey, man, I want to invite you. You know what I mean? Don't let me tag team a motherfucker with my wife, nigga. If I tag team, man, if I bring my wife with me, we the star. Anywhere we go, we the stars, nigga. And that's not because we out there fucking flashy dashy. It's because we got an aura and we know how to communicate. We know what I'm saying? We real relative. We know how to talk. You know what I mean? They smell, the men, you know what the men smell? The in the field cologne. You know what they smell on my wife? The women, they smell the in the field cologne on my wife, right? My wife been through so much because she was fucking with a real soldier, man. So when women is in their space and, you know, they going through things or, they on their flamboyant shit, whatever, my wife been there, done that already, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife been there, all that shit, man. All that, she already experienced every aspect of a woman type shit, but she's a real servant. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's a real helpmeet by spirit, by nature, by DNA. That's her DNA. So she know her place when it comes to a man. She ain't doing that to any man, though. She wouldn't do that to anybody. She know her place to me. But when she deal with women, she can relate. Right? What fucking woman hasn't been cheated on when she was dealing with a top tier man? Huh? Who best to help you deal with that than a woman who's been cheated on by a top tier man and still with him? Not because, she's weak. No, because she believed in a motherfucker. She believed that I'm going to motherfucking change my fucking wicked ways. She prayed that God fucking make me change. That's why she stayed. So imagine all that type of in the field experience in one place. And you moving around. Or someone like me who's a shepherd of shepherds, and we can talk war stories. And my perspective is not on the Whitney, it's on that Moni, and it's on the balance, it's on the scales. So then now when we talk, we have an intellectual conversation where we're thinking. Now we become thinking men when we talk. We don't become emotional. We become thinkers. Now me and you both are doing mathematics. Now our conversation is real in depth. We have in-depth conversations, men. Okay, I'm gonna be done with my debriefing. I mean, and you new guys, you probably ain't used to this type of shit. This is what I do. I debrief before we get into the classroom. That's what I do. Hopefully you pay attention. If you don't, it is what it is. But that's what I do. But anyway, as I wrap this debriefing up, men, I'm there, man. I'm there. I'm in the door. I see my tip of my spear. Now, it was work to get to that point. Hard. Okay. Navy SEALs got hell week. Bud school, hell week. I had hell for 6 years, nigga. Where I had to question me, nobody else, and accept the challenge and the tests, and to be put through the ultimate level of pressure for me to understand that if you really want to be at the top of your shit, you got to be able to handle it all. If you really want to be the shepherd of shepherds that I want you to be, where you can be around a Bill Gates or around a Donald Trump, I'm gonna give you a caliber of man, or you know, these men who are kings in the third dimension. They're not godly men. They're just kings in the third dimension, right? For me to put you in those atmospheres, you have to be weathered in all three realities: the mental reality, the spiritual reality, and the physical reality. And your money is just only going to give you an entry pass to that league of those type of men. Once you get there, now you, as a diplomat, have to influence them in a righteous way, not an unrighteous way. Not the money make me who I am. No, God make me who I am. I have money, I had it to the top. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I had to be humbled down, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, God gave me some army reserves. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you was, you know, shit, I don't know. I said a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit. You know, niggas, you know, I never had to worry about money, nigga. I was always a get money, nigga. I always had money. I know how to save money. I'm like the white man with money, man. I'm like the Chinese man with money. You know what I'm saying? Know how to stack it, know how to do this, know how to flip it, all the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I had to experience a plethora to understand that shit don't mean shit. That shit don't mean shit to me. It's a tool. So now when I get it again, which I'm going to get it at a higher clip ever, which is going to give me the league pass, now I understand where I need to be at. So when all these niggas who's new to money, or they just fucking still, they haven't learned their lesson, so then they just, you know, they lavishing it in the money type shit. Money, they think that's their status. You know, a nigga like me is a walking mirror, man. That shit don't make nigga. What? Do you want to go money for money? And you bought that. I mean, that's how it is. You know, with rich niggas, that's what they do. You know what I mean? You bought that, I bought this, nigga. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like they're not going money for money. Now it's more machismo and influence. When you get around rich niggas on rich niggas, they all got money. So now it's influence on who got the most influence, because we all rich. We all got the nice cars, nice houses. We all got the sluts. You know what I'm saying? All the watches. You know what I'm saying? So now it's off who got the influence over the other niggas. Who do you know that got more influence than who I know? That's what it becomes when you around rich niggas that's rich like you. God already prepared me, men, to be the ultimate diplomat. So I mean, that's who I am. That's who I was born to be. So now I can show you the mirror, nigga. Because you know why I can show them the mirror? Because they looking at my shit. They're gonna be like, who the fuck is this nigger? Then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna watch my games. They're gonna watch my games. They're like, damn, oh shit, oh damn, okay, I like that nigga shit. Oh shit, look how he do. Oh shit, look at his wife. Oh, look how he move. Oh, he know who? Oh, he know what? Oh, he was over here. Oh, I saw him over here. He invited over here. Oh shit, who the fuck is you? Now I get to tell you who the fuck I am. I'm the shepherd of shepherds, nigga. Coach 3, nigga. Coach 3, nigga. Servant of the Most High God, nigga. I digress. I digress, man. God is good. You know what I mean? I'm just grateful, man. That's all. I just want to share that with y'all, man. Dogs is great. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brother Duro. You know, we did a show on this platform, man. It was. I told him it was the best interview I've ever had. To all the other individuals who gave me an opportunity on their platform. Nothing against you guys. I love all of you guys. Okay. Anybody who has a platform invited me on your platform, you know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. You know what I mean? So just thank you. Okay. Just let, you know, I just want to let y'all know, thank you. You know, but you, Brother Duro, obviously, you know, me and you know, shit, we go way back, man. So, you know, ours was more of an intimate level. So the questions you have for me was on a level where, you know, only somebody who's close to me as my brother would have these type of questions. Someone who was a fan of the dogs and who respect what I do would have these level of questions. And it was a great show, and I was honored to be on your platform, and I'm just thankful that, you know, you invited me, and you know, like I said, top tier, man, top tier, you know, just being on your platform and the questions and everything, and, you know, salute to your panel, you know, Yellow One, Nell Mac, all them, you know, salute to the chat, you know, everybody in the chat, man. I'm just grateful, you know, to be able to have an opportunity to share my experiences with y'all and for you guys to receive me, man. So, you know, big salute. All right, big salute. Now I want to share my screen. I would love to get some support. You know, we're gonna call this the offering plate. we're gonna call this the offering plate. So let me share my screen. All right, let me see. Share my screen, all right, and show you my gear, my Formula One K9s gear. All right, I want to show you my gear. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I can get on my shit so I can scroll through. You see on the ticker, right? You know, go ahead and support me. Look at that ticker, that red ticker scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Man, go to Formula One K9s gear .printful.me. That's Formula One K9s gear .printful.me, man. And just go scroll and check out the store, man. We got plenty of variances of gear that you can buy that represents the pinnacle of Formula One K9s, which is the pinnacle of top tier, high performance working dogs. Okay, that's all it represents. So you can go and, you know, patronize my store, support the coach, give your brother an offering for, giving up my time, you know what I mean? Giving up my influence and my example, for y'all, y'all dog man and dog women engineers, man. I hope I inspire you. That's all I would hope I would do, as I'm an inspiration through my example. So, you get a shirt or a hat or a hoodie, a sweater, you get any one of those, you rock it. People ask questions about, hey, that's dope, man. Formula One, no, cool. Formula One K9, that's dope. Yeah, man. Shout out to the coach, man. That's what we represent. We represent high performance working dogs. Oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? Shit. Oh, cool. You know what I mean? I would greatly appreciate that, brethren. You know what I mean? I got plenty of options for you. So go scroll down, hit that motherfucking thing in your browser. It's called Formula One K9s gear.printful.me, and scroll and get you something, man. So to all my brothers who purchase, a gear or two or three or four or more, right? You know what I mean? I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate the offering. Go get you a hat. Get you a hat, man. The hats are dope. The hats are dope. I got plenty of variances for you, plenty of colors for you guys, okay? You already know how I feel about that 3. You know I had to put a 3 on there. You know what I mean? You already know that 3 represents something real major. You know what I'm saying? Real major, man. You know what I mean? Numbers, mathematics, man. You know what I mean? Pay attention in class. All right? But yeah, man, do the coach a favor, man. Go down there and shop my store. Formula One K9s gear.printful.me. Put that shit in your browser, man. Go ahead and patronize your brethren's store. Okay. Now you know what time it is. You know who's gonna run, right, men? You know who's gonna run, right? We know who's gonna run. Satan's gonna run, man. Satan and his demons are gonna run. They hate that shit. Boy, they hate it when you rebuke them, man. They hate when you show them the mirror, man. Oh my God, you know what I mean? And you men of today, it's so soft and so feminine of today, man. It's just not like it used to be, man, where we had to really man up. You know what I'm saying? We had to dry our eyes and don't cry. You know what I'm saying? You had to really be an example. You know what I'm saying? You had to hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? If you really had somebody you loved as your brother, man, you really do anything and everything for them, but you would hope that that would happen every turn. You know what I mean? When you see your brother doing good, you're supposed to uplift him and encourage him instead of hating because he's doing better than you. Okay? That spirit is running rapid out here. Niggas don't want to squabble up and no more. They want to shoot them up, bang, bang, and pokey. They want to poke niggas, man. You know what I mean? Instead of, let's go ahead and box it out. And after, we box it out, let's give each other a hug, man. know what I mean? You know what I mean? Good game, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to kill you. I don't want to pummel your ass and shit. You know what I mean? I just want to, you know what I mean? We just got to, you know, we can't talk it out. Let's box it out real quick. At the end of it, let's hug each other up because I love you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. See, that's extinct. That man is going extinct. But there's a lot of you bitch-made motherfuckers, a lot of you in the back that aren't showed the mirror, right? Everything I said, you probably see yourself in that, don't you? But you have an excuse. You have an excuse, right? I do that because, oh, he this, he that, he, you know, everything an excuse instead of just being accountable for the fact that you shouldn't be that way. You always got to take the highest road when you an example. When you a man, it's always going to be harder for you when you a man. You always got to wipe your tears up when it hurts because you don't want your wife or your girl or your kids to see you weak. Because if they feeling weak and you feeling weak, who's going to carry the family, huh? Who? Where they get their inspiration from when you crying just like them? Huh? When your wife is challenging you because you ain't stepping up. Huh? She got to carry your weight. All you got is excuses, huh? That's what you got. Excuses instead of manning up. Instead of manning up. Huh? Come to the motherfucking front. Come to the motherfucking front. Come to the front of this altar, man. We're going to lay hands on you, man. We really want you to repent. We really want you to come to the righteous side and be balanced as a man. That's what we really want from you. You know what I mean? We don't want to shun you. No, we want to heal you. Okay? We want to heal you, all right? Because that's what brothers are supposed to do, right? We're supposed to help our brothers to repent. Okay? And that's through our examples. So come over here, you bitch-ass motherfuckers, to the front and get lady, and while we lay these hands on you and get this motherfucking slave.
E.T. phone home, yeah. E.T. phone home, yeah. Talking E.T. phone home, yeah. Tuning T-E-T-T-E-T-E-T-T. Yeah. E.T. poppin'. Yeah, E.T. phone home poppin'. Yeah, bitch niggas ain't poppin'. But this E.T. phone home is poppin'. Yeah, bitch niggas listen. I'm tired of your fucking feminine listen. Yes, why you wishing upon a star? Look at your bitch made ass shit. We don't like the shit, it's fucking up the flow. Look at y'all fake niggas, don't you know? I can't stand this shit, it's too slow. But y'all niggas falling into it, yo. I don't get it, but I'm trying to switch it up to be the example of what to do when you a man. Look at me, I'm not flamboyant with my hand. I'm not flamboyant in my mental. I'm fucking strong, yeah. Really, look at me, oh my god, you look so silly when you're over there looking so soft like a lily. Sniffy, you smell sweet. Look at over there, you ain't got meat. Matter of fact, boy, you pretty neat. Pretty soft, really bitty, diddy, real petite, real subtle. But a man don't what? No, a man don't want that shit. We don't want that fake shit. We don't want that feminine it. Nope. We like the real. Simp niggas, you know the deal. You so soft, Microsoft. You so soft, pussy soft. Pussy lips. Yeah, these bitches want dicks, pussy lips. Look at these bitches, they want dicks and pussy lips. Yeah, that shit is flipped, look it. Girls with dicks and niggas with pussy lips. So fucking sad. Oh my God, I prayed to my Lord. Yes, that's my dad. I say, Lord, are we gonna be extinct? He says, T, what do you think? I'm like, shit. Devil, please quit. I'm gonna stand beside it, yep. I'ma rep the real man with my dick in my hand. Bend them over, show them the plan. Yeah, that girl be like, I thought you know niggas was gone. While she's moaning with my fingers in the. She be like, oh God, yes, what? Yeah, you simp niggas fell. Instead of you getting head, you giving. You over there eating that puss. Look at that girl, she squeezing on your Yeah, she squeeze on your gush. Yeah, she be busting on your gush. But she busts in your face, what a disgrace. Switch it up, yeah, you a disgrace. Hey.
Yeah, come here, nigga. I see you over there hiding behind that bitch. I see you over there acting like a snitch. See you over there behind them closed doors, acting like a fucking whore. Come here, nigga. Yeah. Come here. Yeah, bring your bitch too. Yeah. Ha, man, I'm sick and fucking tired, man. The Lord said stand up and be a fucking giant, man. God damn it, is this fucking it? Me and the coach and god damn it, prime it. Man, we gonna do this shit. Put all this time in the classroom and shit. Learn from my failures, cause that's how we get it. Thank the Lord for the spirit, we winning. Thank the Lord for the bands, we got them. Thank the Lord for the sins, we threw them. Thank the Lord for being born again. Make these other niggas look like women. Got no time though, the Lord is on my mind, bro. So I'm moving so slow, got this in control, don't you get it? I'ma be a nigga down here, I ain't gonna do shit. When the Lord moves, I'm just gonna be a broom and sweep these bitch ass niggas off they fucking path. Cause y'all math is all wrong. Got y'all wearing dresses in the spirit and I can see that shit all along. So I'm gonna keep moving on my goddamn path. Got the Lord in my motherfucking class, and he at the chalkboard, it's the coach. He said, look here, I'm like Freddie Roach. I teach you what I've done. Understand, be a man, be a son of the Most High. Look at the fruit from your tree. If it's rotten, nigga, put yourself in the mirror and be guilty. Fall on your face, live in disgrace. Tell your whole bitch you replaced. If you can't get down with my mind, bitch, you behind. If you wanna be by my side, I don't know, it's suicide to your old ways. Tell them old hoes you gotta go to your slave. Mine. If you gonna look at this TV and whine every time a nigga tell you real shit, bitch, please, you better thank God on your knees. If a real nigga come across your path and tell you that you ain't shit, unless you fix your inside, unless you commit suicide. I say that shit all the time cause it's that real. If you don't die and be born a guy, born again, then you're full of sin. Then you're like a bitch. Then you like a motherfucking snitch. To your damn self though, cause God knows everything, bro. So I won't catch me telling on shit. I'm too legit. Do my hammer dance on your bitch's shit. Why she lick my bitch pussy? Cause that's how I get down. I ain't got no time to slap my dick no more. Let the Lord hear my voice. Let him hold me to that motherfucking cross and say this is my choice. That's me. Y'all bitch ass niggas sit around and be empty. The spirit fills me up so I'm so fucking full. If you get your cup up to me, nigga, you might get us fucking full.
Real men on 3 Real men on 3. Let's go. Let's go. Let's turn it up. 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 Turn it up. Real men on 3. Turn it up. Turn it up. Yeah. The little man on 3. The little Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Salute. Salute, Coke. The beat is knocking right now. Right.
Let's go, man.
This one's hot. This is a fucking banger right here. This is superior banger. You ain't spit no rhymes on this yet?
Hey, we'll run this one.
That ain't a sign. That ain't a sign.
Yeah, this one's hard too.
That was a funny boy.
Yeah, hello? You guys hear me?
Yeah. You good with the cake?
Kinda. I can't really hear Coach like that.
Yeah, I can't hear him because he's knocking the beat. The beat is over covering his voice, so it's buckling.
Testing. Can y'all hear me? Men, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yup.
Okay. Welcome, man. You know what I mean? We got another class. It's very epic, like all of our classes. All right. And shit. Hopefully you guys got your notebooks out. You nerds, you nerds in the front, you already know how we do, man. You know what I mean? Y'all teaching just like us. So y'all go ahead and cook like y'all always do in the chat. All right. But definitely want to give a big salute to the panel. You know what I mean? We got Formula One K9s ready in the building. We got our brother Verde in the building, and we got Formula One K9s Cali in the building. Okay. Big salute to all my brethren on the panel, man. Big salute to y'all, brothers.
Thank you. I want to give a shout out to my brother Dogo Argentino, Bully Camp. We went through some issues. We no longer have those issues anymore. So I want to salute to that. See where we headed to in the future. You know what I'm saying? Big things. 100.
100, man. 100.
That needed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? I salute you both for doing what men do. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys for being examples. Real talk.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And you know what I want to do too on the behalf of Formula One K9s, I just, being that we got the tri-union here and we're a unit, you know what I'm saying? We're the tri-union, we're one. And I just want to give an apology on our behalf if we offended any of you in the audience in any kind of way. You might not necessarily know how we operate, but we are very family oriented. So we're very protective over the unit, and so sometimes the way coach might come at things, you might not be able to receive it because you don't necessarily know coach. And if I've offended you in any kind of way, or we offended you in any kind of way, I apologize on our behalf, because that's not what we're here to do. We and I as a unit, we just hope that you just receive us and understand that, we just balancing the beams. And as men, we should be able to handle, we should be able to handle aggressive things at times, because that's what men do. But at the same time, at the end of it all, we're here to hug. We're going to hug each other out and love each other at the end of the day and say good game at the end of the day. That's what we're going to do. So I want to apologize on anything that we've ever done, that I've ever done that might have offended someone, you know what I mean, unbeknownst to me. But I want to apologize on behalf of the team, you know what I'm saying? So that's me. I don't know if anybody else want to say anything.
Yeah, I'll chime in on that too. Considering we are in this for the dogs, if at any point in time when we were having any type of discrepancies, I said something that offended anybody, definitely like to apologize for that and leave it at let's get to these dogs and keep this these good vibes going, because I don't think none of us benefit from anything otherwise.
I agree
too.
So we want to make sure the air is righteous over here, and we want to be examples. And it starts with us. It starts with us. It starts with us. So we can point fingers at everybody else, but if you're not willing to look in your own mirror, then you can't. Hey, ye without sin, or he without sin cast the first stone, right? So if I know when I look in my mirror, I'm fucking, I'm running from certain things about myself. Who am I to point fingers at my brother? You know what I'm saying? But watch this, men. When I point my fingers at myself, and I know I'm not right, but when I point fingers at you, you better fucking accept the shit. Yeah, you better accept it. Guess who want to come up to the stage, man? Let's bring him up, man. Brother Duro, man, what's up, brother?
What's up, gang?
Yeah, man. Welcome to the stage, man. It's been a while.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Salute, Duro.
Big salute.
I'm glad you came to the stage, and I definitely want to introduce you to some people that you're going to be meeting for the first time. I want to introduce you to Verde. He a young brother that he's got a lot of potential. He's hungry. He's smart. He's really into his dogs. he's a top tier, he's a top tier young man. He's like Big John, he's like all the other young men that we know, you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely want to introduce you to young Verde. I also want to introduce you to my brother Cali. My brother Cali, he a real seasoned man in the world. And he's been through a lot in his life. And he's a real loyal motherfucking soldier to the bone. And he really loyal to he's loyal to real loyal niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, these are good people, good men. I wouldn't have them around me or in my space if they weren't. So, you coming up into this space, you already know Reddy. I want to introduce you to them. They're very top tier loyal men. And, they're men I know that you would respect if you knew them. You know what I'm saying? So just definitely want to introduce you to them, Duro.
Yeah. Much love, much respect.
Salute, Duro.
Yeah, much respect, man. I saluted Verde because I seen him repost the John, the live John that we did. So I thought that was honorable, Ben, as though he didn't know me, but he riding with you. You know what I'm saying? That was honorable, just like breaking the ice type shit,
Yeah.
So, and I don't know Cali. I don't know Cali, but I know from situations that me and you had. But Cali, I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk to you, see if we could talk one-on-one.
I'm with all that.
What y'all just did was honorable, so it prompted me to hop on and not just be in the chat. Especially you, Reddy, you started it off, and then Coach, what you said, and then what you said, Kylie, it was, you know what I'm saying, it was man time. So I had to be on man time as well. So I had to jump on. Being in the chat wasn't enough for a nigga like me, So I had to make myself, you know what I'm saying, known and shit, and be like, you know what, man, that was honorable what you said,
For sure. We I'd say that the faculties with this team, I know with this Formula One shit, the way the faculties is set up, we definitely all converse and try to keep each other sharp in the right directions if one of us is to get carried away or vice versa. And so I think that I think that has a lot to, we all know former situations or whatever, but we trying to do the best with these dogs, bottom line. So, you know what I mean? I think that I think that that's the best way for us to all go about it. Coach definitely put some shit in my ear, had me look at things from a different angle. And yeah, like I said, because with me, if somebody's right, they right. I don't give a fuck about none of it. Could be a kid tell you something and you learn something, or they're right about something and you're wrong. It could be your kid, it could be a child, it could be a stranger, it could be a homeless person. You're right. You make more sense. You make more sense if elevating things around us, and elevating right now is dogs. Elevating this is what we're trying to do. That's, you know what I mean? So definitely down to chop it up. Definitely down to get everything rolling and stick to these dogs.
For sure.
Hey, real men on three, okay? and that's what it's about, okay? Like this is what it's about right here, right? Men, we all have something to bring to the table, and we should value each other. And like I said, if we're making mistakes, we should be able to receive the mirror and not think that our brother is trying to belittle us because, they're like making us look at like, yo, bro, look at like, bro, you got to correct that. Like,
right.
Right. It's okay. You know what I mean? I care about you. That's why I want you to correct it, because if I'm making a mistake and you're not showing me my mirror, then I'm going to think some type of way about you. Like, why would you lead me into my own destruction?
Right.
Like, you don't love me if you want to let me self-destruct because, well, I didn't want to hurt your feelings, coach. You know what I mean? Like, no, we can't have that.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful that, all of us is here. I'm grateful that as men, we can, bury any type of energy that was really not, it really was not. But, that's what confusion causes. That's why, God is not the author of confusion. Satan is.
Right.
And so, yeah, so we understand that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that we are all here and I'm grateful that we can move in a direction that's forward, and we're better off together than apart, honestly.
No doubt. I respect that. I respect that like a mug, man.
Yes, sir. So man, if you want to stay up, Duro, you can. If you want to go in the chat, you can. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the chat. I wanted to say that piece because Reddy started it off, honorable. So I just wanted to be honorable too. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the chat though. I'll be watching.
Okay, respect. Make sure you link up with Cali, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
for sure.
All right, cool. All right, men. So tonight, all right, y'all nerds, y'all got y'all notebooks. You know what I mean? Y'all ready to dig deep into this content? All right, man, here we go. Modern dog marvels. Okay, how the Alaunt created the Cane Corso, Dogo, and Mastiff. You know how the coach gonna do it. I'm gonna make the motherfuckers want to come and check us out. But we got the panel, and we got some top tier nerds. We got some real scientists, some real engineers over here with real dogmen brains that really got something to say. Verde, whenever you do yours, whenever you want me to present the video, I got the video on cue. Okay, Verde. So that's whenever it's your turn and you do your thing, you want me to present the video, I got that on cue for you. But whoever wanted to bat lead off, be my guest. Okay, floor is yours.
All right, I'm gonna lead it off too, though, Coach. So you can play the video at the end if you want to.
Okay.
So the Alaunt is a extinct ancestral category of dog, renowned for its exceptional strength and hunting prowess, and utility as a warrior and guardian dog, rather than a single standardized breed. The term historically refers to the several types of large, formidable working dogs that led the genetic foundation of many modern-day Mastiffs and bulldog lineages.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, well,
yeah, I was just scrolling down.
From my understanding, Reddy had asked me to do the Czechoslovakian wolf dog.
Hey, hold on. Verde, you can't hear Verde, huh, Cali?
No, I can't hear Verde. I can't hear Reddy.
Y'all can't hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, let me pull out and come back in so Verde must have been talking.
Yes, sir. He was talking.
Okay, because I didn't hear. I'm like, damn, nobody. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, let me get out of here.
Okay.
I'll be back in.
Yeah.
Wait, is somebody else talking, Coach?
Yeah. So Cali was talking. So I hear you, Verde. Verde, can you hear Verde?
Yep, I hear everybody.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Cali.
I don't hear Cali nor Reddy.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna drop out and join right back.
Okay. Damn it, man. Hey, excuse the technical difficulties, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Verde. I still can't hear nobody but Coach.
Cali, can you hear her?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear Reddy now.
All right.
Okay, so Verde getting back on right now. He had to come out and come back on. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me remove him real quick. He got to come back on the stage. Let me put a new link on there.
I think I got good service this week because the Knicks is winning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. Verde, mic check, Verde. Can you hear us?
Yup.
Can you hear Cali?
Yo. I heard Verde.
Yep.
Okay, my apologies. Verde. I couldn't hear. It was quiet, so I thought I was like, let me take the floor. But
man, we probably did the same thing to each other, man. It's all good, brother.
All right.
Go ahead, Verde.
All right. So the Alaunt is an extinct ancestral category of dog renowned for its exceptional strength and hunting prowess, and the utility as a war and guardian dog, rather than a single standardized breed. The term historically refers to several types of large, formidable working dogs that led the genetic foundation of many modern-day Mastiffs and bulldog lineages. The origins and history. The nomadic curators, developed by the Alans in the ancient Indo-Iranian nomadic tribe. Geographic spread. They migrated from the Central Asian steppe and into the North Caucasian into Europe during the 4th century. Romans used these dogs for the employment of the Roman military in a formidable cavalry of combat dogs. The medieval promance, the medieval promance, becoming the highly prized by the European and the royalty and the noble. Hold on, my bad. The medieval promance becoming highly prized by the European royalty and the noble during the mid ages, and for big game and the guardian for their guardian instincts. The history for the variances. During the mid ages, the Alaunt diverged into 3 distinct foundation varieties. The Alaunt Agility, my bad. So this is one of the varieties. It's called the Alaunt Agility. My bad if I'm slandering the name on that. It's a lighter, swiftly moving variant, resembling a high, intense, heavy greyhound with a broad head, using primarily for coursing and running down game. And then this is the second one, the Alaunt Brochi. My bad if I'm slandering that too. A Mastiff, a Mastiff type, heavy dog, crucial for the guardian butcher shops and herding stubborn cattle and baiting bulls. And then this the third version, the Alaunt Tree. My bad if I slender that one too. A specialized big game catching dog, bred specialized to wrestle and pin dangerous animals like wild boars and bears. The modern day legacy and reincarnation. Though the original bloodlines even faded out into extinction, the genetics legacy in Alaunt remains highly influential. The ancestry of the giants directly contributes to the development of the English Mastiffs, Bulldogs, the Tree, my bad if I slandered that name too, and the Alano Español. Modern day reincarnations. In the recent decades, enthusiast groups and breeders have, hold on. All right, so this is more so like a fun fact that was wrote down. I can't necessarily say if this is true, but what I was reading came up was, so it's called the Alaunt Salivant was one of the reincarnations for the Alaunt, holding the autism, functional and multi-purpose performance and historical breed type. But it's called the Alaunt Salivantin. My bad if I slandered that too, but that was just like a little fun fact about the Salivant. The Alaunt. And I digress.
All right, all right.
Hey, hold on, ready. I'm gonna play his video for him.
Okay.
Okay. Good job, Verde. And don't worry, man. Don't worry if you slandered the name. Don't even worry about that. We understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's a few more up in there, man. Ready for the come with that shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a video that Verde wanted to show us about the Alaunt. So hold on, let me share my screen really quick. Hold on. Okay. Let me do this here. Okay. Oh, don't want to do that. Hold on. Okay. Let me do that there. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right, let me blow the screen up. Okay. Let me enlarge the screen. All right, y'all can see this. Y'all can see that, right?
I can, for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
Imagine medieval Europe at war, steel crashing against steel, men shouting over the noise, mud, blood, and bodies underfoot. And before infantry lines even meet, something else is unleashed. Not horses, not soldiers, dogs. Massive, muscular dogs, bred to hit with force, clamp down, and never let go. These weren't symbols, they weren't mascots, they weren't pets sleeping beside the hearth. They were weapons, and they were called the Alaunt. Today, the Alaunt is completely extinct. There are no pure bloodlines, no preserved remains, no living examples. And yet its influence is everywhere, in mastiffs, in bulldogs, in powerful working dogs bred for grip, courage, and control. To understand how that happened, we have to go back to the collapse of the Roman world. The Alaunt takes its name from the Alans, a nomadic Iranian warrior people who moved west during the final centuries of the Roman Empire. The Alans were feared cavalry fighters, known for speed, aggression, and adaptability. And wherever they went, their dogs went with them. These weren't ordinary camp dogs. They were large, disciplined, and aggressive animals used for hunting and combat. As the Alans passed through Gaul, into Hispania, and across parts of Italy, their dogs were bred with local stock. Over time, the people faded into history, but the dogs remained. Eventually, Alaunt stopped referring to the Alans themselves. It became the name of a dog, not a breed in the modern sense, but a type, a category of working dog shaped by war, hunting, and control. Unlike many ancient dogs that survive only in legend, the Alaunt was well documented. Medieval writers, hunters, and nobles described them in detail. They were large, but not slow, muscular, but not bulky, deep-chested, long-legged, short-coated, broad, powerful heads on bodies built for movement rather than mass. If you're picturing a modern English Mastiff, that's too heavy. The Alaunt was closer to a lean, athletic predator, something that could sprint, strike, and wrestle a full-grown animal to the ground. Historical sources suggest multiple types of Alaunt, each bred for a specific role. Some were faster and more agile, favored for hunting. Others were heavier and more aggressive, used for guarding, fighting, and war. There were even varieties associated with butchers and city guards, dogs designed to control livestock and intimidate in crowded urban spaces. What united all of them was temperament. These dogs were fearless, intensely loyal to their handler, highly driven, and extremely dangerous when mishandled. The Alaunt's role in warfare is one of the most striking parts of its history. Medieval battles were chaotic and loud long before disciplined formations became standard. Shock and fear were weapons in themselves. Dogs like the Alaunt were used to deliver both. They were released ahead of advancing troops to break formations, attack horses, drag soldiers down, and spread panic. A man could face an armored opponent and keep fighting. A man suddenly hit at knee height by a screaming, lunging animal often broke. These dogs were trained to target vulnerable areas, legs, arms, faces. They were trained to hold, not release, to ignore pain, to keep fighting even when injured. Some wore thick leather armor or spiked collars to protect their necks and throats. This wasn't ceremonial, it was practical. The Alaunt wasn't the only war dog in history, but it became one of the most influential in Europe. Away from the battlefield, it was just as important and just as dangerous. Alaunts were elite hunting dogs used against game that could easily kill a human. Wild boar, bears, bulls, wolves. This wasn't chase and bark hunting. The Alaunt's job was to seize the animal and hold it until the hunter arrived. That required extreme courage, pain tolerance, intelligence, and coordination with humans. Medieval hunting manuals repeatedly describe Alaunts as ideal for dangerous game precisely because they did not hesitate. They were expensive to keep and risky to own. As a result, Alaunts were never common. They belonged to nobles, warriors, and professional hunters, people who needed them and could control them. Even medieval writers, in an age far more accustomed to violence than our own, warned that these dogs were not for inexperienced handlers. The Alaunt was loyal, but it was not gentle. It respected strength, consistency, and command. And yet, despite all of this power and prestige, the Alaunt did not survive into the modern world. It didn't disappear overnight. It faded. As warfare changed, dogs lost their place on the battlefield. Firearms made shock tactics obsolete. You can't intimidate a musket line with animals, no matter how brave they are. At the same time, Europe became more urban. Large, aggressive dogs that required constant work and strict handling became liabilities. Breeding priorities shifted. Dogs were no longer shaped as general purpose, tools of war and hunting. They were bred for narrower roles: guarding, bull baiting, herding, companionship. The Alaunt didn't vanish. It was absorbed. Its blood was folded into regional mastiffs, butcher dogs, and bull baiting dogs. Over generations, these descendants became heavier, shorter-faced, or more specialized depending on their job. Through this process, the Alaunt helped shape the ancestors of the English Mastiff, the Old English Bulldog, the Cane Corso type dogs of Italy, and the Spanish Alano. The Alano Español is often cited as the closest surviving relative, though even it is not a pure Alaunt. No one in the medieval world was trying to preserve breeds. Dogs were bred for usefulness, not legacy. When the job changed, the dog changed with it. By the early modern period, the Alaunt as a distinct type was gone, but its legacy remains. Whenever you see a dog bred for gripping strength, fearlessness, and absolute loyalty to a single handler, you're seeing echoes of the Alaunt, the design philosophy of a time when dogs were shaped by conflict and survival, not comfort. The Alaunt reminds us of something we often forget. Dogs didn't evolve alongside humans only as companions. They evolved as hunters, as protectors, as tools, and sometimes as weapons. The Alaunt represents the extreme end of that relationship. A dog built entirely for dominance, control, and violence, forged by human needs in a brutal world. And when that world changed, the Alaunt disappeared with it. Not because it failed, but because it succeeded too well at a job humanity no longer needed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for further videos on the history of dogs and other animals throughout history. See you next time.
Interesting. Game.
Okay, man. Hopefully you guys, learned something. Shout out to Verde for that presentation.
Salute Verde 100. That was fire.
Yeah, that was a good job, Verde. Good job, brother.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Salute.
Yes, sir. Who next? Who got the floor next?
All right. It's about to be a little minute.
Y'all, you want me to ready? You want me to go?
You got something for it?
I don't think I can hear ready again.
Yeah, he said you got something. You got the floor.
Yeah, hold on. Let me well, I can't hear him. So I come back out and go back in?
Yeah, just come back out, come back in. So let's go ahead and let Reddy carry it, and then you come back out, come back in. Go ahead and let Reddy go next.
Yeah, because I got a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead, Reddy. You got the floor.
All right, back. History and creation of the Alaunt. The Alaunt is an extinct type of dog which came in different forms, with the original possibly having existed in the North Caucasus, Central Asia, and Europe from ancient times. Other names: Aleo, Alano, Alangu, Origin, Pontic, Caspian steppe with two P's, steppe. Breed status: extinct. This type of dog may have been developed by the Alans and was renowned primarily for its quality as a large game catch dog and as a war dog and guard dog. In France, the Alaunt as a crossbreed had three distinct types: the Alaunt vulture, Alaunt butchery, and Alaunt gentile. They all were large, short-coated dogs of varying head types. The former two resembled the Mastiff type dogs, much like the present day Dogo Argentino, or like the Caucasian Shepherd dog, except short hair and a mesocephalic head, which made them excellent large game hunters. The Gentile was a large sighthound type. The Alaunt type may have been originally bred by the Alani tribes, the nomads of Indo-European Sarmatian ancestry, who spoke an Iranian language. The Alans were known as superb warriors, herdsmen, and breeders of horses and dogs. The Alans bred their dogs for work and developed different strains within the breed for specific duties. The type was further developed in Spain, Portugal, France, Germany, England, and Italy. History. The Molossus belonged to the tribe of the Molossians. From Epirus in northern Greece in about 1200 BC, coming from the north. However, their artifacts did not resemble the Mastiff prototype, as they had a long nose of a narrow type and a long mane. Varro, however, described a herding dog of Epirus, which was white, large-headed, and slightly undershot, used to defend sheep and goats. One group of Alans arrived in what is now Albania in the 5th or 6th centuries BC. Molossus of Epirus is located in southern Albania. It is most plausible the Alaunt gave rise to the fighting dogs of the Molossi, which were introduced to Britain by Roman invasion in 43 BC. The Alans provided cavalry for Rome, many of whom were deployed to Hadrian's Wall in the 2nd century AD, in the 370s AD. Hun invasions divided the Alani into the Eastern and Western Alans. The Eastern Alani tribes merged with the Ossetians and other nations, and introducing their dogs into the bloodlines of many Balkan breeds, such as the Sarplananak, Mechkar, Quengege, Hellenikos, Polmenikos, and other livestock guardian dogs of the region. The white-colored Alaunts may be the direct ancestors of the Balkan breeds, which in turn influenced all other white dogs in the Balkans. The Western Alans joined the Vandals on their raids through Europe, and by the 410s AD, their fierce dogs were influencing many breeds in France, Spain, Portugal, England, and other countries. This spread the use of the Alaunt name, which became synonymous with a type of a working dog rather than a specific breed. Through breeding with various scent hounds and sight hounds, some Alaunts became valued large game hunting dogs. existing in a variety of types dictated by regional preferences. In AD 1500, Spain was known for breeding the best Alaunts and used them to conquer the New World. In France, Alaunts were separated into three main categories based on physical appearance and the duties they performed. The lightest type was the Alaunt Gentile, a greyhound like dog. The original Mastiff variety, known as the Alaunt de Boucherie, may have contributed to the development of the fighting and baiting dogs of France. The French Alaunt de Boucherie were known as Alaunts au Boucherie in England, famously dramatized by Chaucer in his Knight's Tale as the mythical hounds of Lycurgus, a king of Thrace, and the Alano in Spain and Italy, and were termed the original bulldogs as they were used to control and defend herds of cattle. In Spain, the three categories were the Mastins, Alanos, and Lebros, further separated as the Ayuda, defense types, and the Presa, offense types, such as the Perro de Presa Español. Form: the long, broad, flat head of the Alaunt should never be confused with the matted, with the modified brachycephalic breeds. The brachycephalic head type is wide in base, but short in length, while the preferred bite is reverse scissor like the Mastiff, and may have been a trait introduced by the Mongolian breeds at some remote time in history. Skull type and bite type are separate subjects of genetic traits. The Dali, the dolichocephalic skull is narrow at the base, yet long in length. So the Alaunt could be referred to as a modified dolichocephalic breed, as mesocephalic is a balance of base to length. Moreover, the Alaunt or Mastiff must be separated from the molossoids in head study, as this term does not separate the Mastiff from the mountain dogs or even the pug. I digress.
Yeah, great job, Reddy. That was thorough.
Salute, ready. This Alaunt is very interesting, man, that it has such a big influence on the dogs, on every dog known to man today, pretty much. And I don't know, I don't hear too many people talking about it. It's new to me. I've heard it before, but I've never studied it. But salute, ready. And ready, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. 100.
So and you wanted me to do the Czechoslovakian wolf dog, right?
Nah, we was just doing the Alaunt tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
the
okay.
check, I think, was last week.
Oh, okay. I just
You
seen that
gotta
then.
you gotta check in the lab talk, yo. That's what we
Yeah, no, I went in there. I was in both. I was in that, and then for some reason, it lit me up on what you just the last. I don't know why it lit that up. It lit that up, and that just came through because I went back and checked on it and made sure I was doing the right shit. But anyway, okay, it's all good. Let me
yeah, it's all good.
yeah, let me get in these notes real fast. It's it don't take nothing when then take listen to the coaches advice on how to do all this and use the right devices. Um, so has anybody seen any Alonso that are for sale? Like, is it completely bred into everything, so it's not an actual breed by itself anymore? Or do they still, or there's somebody out there still say they would have this dog? Has anybody ever checked into that?
So that was the fun fact. So there is an account on Instagram called it's Savant. It's like Savant,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
Savant K9s.
yep. No, that's
Savant
yeah,
canines, they breed
yeah,
them.
right. Savant K9s. That's exactly what they are. Now the dogs that's
I'm think I'm going in and out. Hold on, let
on
me
their
come back in, go
pages.
in and come out.
No, I hear you, Kelly. Can you hear me,
We can hear you.
Kelly?
We can hear you.
I hear you.
Yeah, Callie
Oh,
just
he
went.
just dropped
He
out.
coming
Okay.
back in there, but go ahead. Go ahead,
But
brother.
there is a page out there that is advertising a foundational breed type of the Alaunt. But after doing research, I just actually found out myself recently that the Alaunt is an extinct breed. So that
He gone.
dissecting this tonight, I feel like we're going to figure out how it end up fading, but not just fading, like fading into the master types, English Mastiffs, Bull Mastiffs, and the Alano Español, and then what was the other one? I think Bulldogs.
Okay, so look, this is as far as what we were just speaking on extinct. Yes, the Alaunt is considered an extinct as a distinct dog type. Over hundreds of years, Alants were bred with local dogs throughout Europe. As a result, which we already heard this, as a result, the original Alaunt gradually disappeared and was absorbed into other breeds rather than dying out suddenly. Today, there is no living breed that is a true Alaunt. However, many experts believe the Alaunt influenced several modern breeds, including the ones which we went over: English Mastiff, Cane Corso, Bull Mastiff, Doggo. I think the Pressa should be on there too, but so it is actually considered an extinct breed, but yet it's pretty much created all most of the strong breeds, the whole Mastiff shit, the whole Mastiff breed, and then on from there. Or should I say variations of Mastiffs?
Variations. Yeah.
I had so much good stuff on that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy how that did that. I'm surfing though. I'm surfing and seeing what else we can come up with. Cause the Alaunt, I seen you guys talking about it, and as I started seeing certain stuff that was coming up, it's just crazy to me. It's not more talked about. Or am I the only one that feels like that? I feel like it's not really a lot of light shed on this breed being damn near like the Godfather breed for the Masters. Because what I did see in the past is mastodon. I've seen the mastodon, or I've seen that word thrown around when I've looked up the history of the Pressa, the Cane Corso. They say they all came from a map, but I'm guessing that mastodon they're talking about must be the Alaunt. Can anybody hear me?
No, we hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I was just making sure because it was quiet.
I can't hear Kelly, but I can hear everybody else.
Yeah, when you're done, just digress, and then we know if you're done or not. That's why we just we let you speak.
You're right. My bad. Everybody did say I digress, but me. Oh shit. Yeah, no, because I started immediately started trying to get some notes on the Alaunt, because I went in today searching to make sure I did everything right, and I looked at the wrong, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so key facts about the Alaunt this is some stuff I came up with. Nomadic creators. The dog was originally bred. Yeah, we've seen all this. We've seen all this. Functional roles. We've seen all this. We just listened to all of that video. Pretty much broke it down completely. Temperament. I digress, man. I'm until I see something worth speaking on.
Okay. Big salute to the panel. Verde, Callie, Reddy, for presenting, what the information you guys were able to find and study on the Alaunt. Salute to the chat. Appreciate all you guys adding you guys' 3 cents. You know what I mean, to the conversation. Like I said, this is the Super Dogman computer, and we're all Dogman nerds. So everything that you guys bring to the table is it's wanted. You know, we want the collective brain because we nerd out on dogs. You know, the reverse engineering of dogs and learning about dogs you would have never even have thought about until you got here. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about it, and it's like, oh, they had a war dog called the Alaunt, you know. And honestly, I heard about that through you guys, you know. So I'm learning something at the end of it. So I'm just grateful that we have this platform, and I'm grateful for all of you guys for adding your input to it, because this is how we learn. You know what I mean? So big salute to all of you. Big salute to the panel. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and, you know, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty like we always do. All right, so hold on. Bear with me. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me make my screen large. Okay. Let me get the disclaimer again for you new guys. All right. I am the coach, Coach 3. All right. I teach X's and O's when it comes to dogs. I teach what I do. I'm an engineer. I'm a pioneer. I'm a artist. I'm not a breeder. So this subject matter intrigues us because we all like this type of stuff. When we nerd out on the origins and the what's and whens and whys of dogs and all the different dog breeds that we never heard of and the ones that we have. So I'm a very good narrator. However, I might slaughter a word or two. All right. That's why I have this screen up there, and I'm sure most of you guys can read. Now, if you can't read, I am a very good narrator. Okay. So don't hold me accountable to your lack of reading. All right. Pay attention in class, have an ear to hear. If you hear something that intrigues you, take notes. Go back and find out yourself, but you can easily read the screen, all right? So please do. But I got my brothers here that will help me. My brother Reddy will help me and correct me. You know, it is what it is. So please don't hold me accountable to slaughtering a word or two or three. However, please pay attention in class because I do a very good job at narrating, all right? So brothers, you already know what time it is. As I read everything, the outline, shout out to, Coach Miss ChatGPT. She does a great job in outlining these things, and we just elaborate on them, okay? You guys in the chat, you can elaborate too, all right? So here we go. The Alaunt, complete breakdown of origins, development, purpose, and performance. The Alaunt is one of the most influential ancient dogs types in history. While the original Alaunt is extinct, its genetics and working traits help create many of today's Mastiffs, bulldogs, catch dogs, war dogs, livestock guardians, and even some hunting breeds. Where did the Alaunt come from? The Alaunt is believed to have originated with the ancient nomadic Iranian tribe known as the Alans? Is that what it is? Ready? Alans?
The Alans.
Alans, thank you. The Alans migrated across Europe between roughly 200 BC and 500 AD, bringing with them powerful working dogs that became known as Alaunts. These dogs spread throughout Spain, France, Italy, Germany, England, Eastern Europe. As the Alans moved and conquered territory, their dogs were crossed into local working populations. Excuse me. Okay, you guys get that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. What breeds created the Alaunt? The Alaunt was not a modern breed. It was a land race working dog developed over centuries. Most historians believe the Alaunt was created from combinations of ancient Molossers, the large war and livestock dogs of ancient Greece and Asia Minor. Contributions, size, bone, power, guardian instincts, and courage. Okay? Ancient sight hounds, fast coursing dogs used by nomadic tribes. Contributions: speed, athleticism, endurance, larger muzzle, better movement. Now, men, okay, us engineers, right? We understand why we would add different dogs of different areas of, you know, where we are, right? Our environment to make our dogs better. But at the same time, can you understand why they use ancient sight hounds in those dogs, especially when we understand the genetic contributions of those dogs? You understand? You guys understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And see, this is why we understand that every dog is a composite breed for a reason, right? So when we talk about mixing dogs, that's nothing new. They've been doing this since dogs, especially when you want something working at a high caliber. All right. All right. So here we go. Livestock guardian dogs. Okay. Understand that there's plural to this. Plural. That means multiple different type livestock guardians, multiple different type sight hounds. All right, men. All right, here we go. Early flock protection dogs. Contribution, territorial instincts, protective behavior, independence, and toughness. You guys understand why they might have used livestock guardians to these dogs or to the formula? You guys understand that?
Yeah.
Completely. Makes a lot of. I mean, you know,
A
those
whole lot
dogs.
of sense.
Yeah, those dogs are full packages. They do multiple. They work in multiple ways at once, and it's just bred in them. So you know that's always going to be good to add into pretty much any breed.
Yep. Yep. So as an engineer in their day and time, I would have bred them type dogs too, especially if I'm creating a war dog. You know, here we go. Ancient catch dogs. Dogs used to seize large game. Contributions: grip strength, prey drive, physical courage, and pain tolerance. You guys get that?
Yeah, that was the killers right there.
Yes. Yeah. You got to imagine too. This is when things are different, right? Like the whole entire way society's moving, law enforcement, all that. So you get to really see your dogs be dogs completely, and that probably was regular at that time.
For sure, especially for a war dog, it had to be regular because those dogs was getting slayed and they was under the maximum amount of pressure. So you had to have these level of drive and physical courage and pain tolerance, you know, because those dogs was getting stabbed and all kind of shit.
I was just gonna say it's crazy because in all history, dogs have always played a part in war, you know, all these world wars and all that. But this is the first time I've heard a little bit about the Presa Canario too. It has some of this in the history, but this is the first time I heard that they released the dogs first while about going to war to go ahead and kind of dismantle the army they're going against. This is the first time I heard that they had a dog or dogs that they trusted that much to go do damage on the front lines. Like, we're just gonna let you guys go. And you know, I don't know if anybody else has ever heard of that specific tactic used with dogs. It's never been that. They've always assisted. They've never been the front line. You know what I'm saying? Their line is with the front line. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, just think of it like this, right? The coldest killers, right? You know, some of us men that's been in the streets, right? The coldest killers is scared of dogs. It's psychological.
Hey, facts. This is facts.
That's a fact.
Have a motherfucker right on top of their car. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I've seen it. We always have seen this.
Yeah. So from a psychological standpoint, that's the ultimate weapon. You know what I mean? Plus, you know, shit, if you got a lot of dogs, you know, I mean, casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd rather them go first and take the L than the men.
The truth is about it is the dogs, like we were talking about in the chat, dogs even die different. When it comes down to this type of shit, working war, they die different, and that's just facts. I mean, they're gonna go do everything they can in their head to protect all the soldiers that just raised them, so they don't give a fuck. And that right there is a for sure psychological. I know that if I was out doing something and a whole bunch of Mastiffs came after me, I mean, you're gonna be so shocked to have 100 Mastiffs unleashed on you. What are you gonna do? You know, 2 Mastiffs is a problem.
And if you got a machine gun, nigga, you ain't gonna stand firm, and you know what I mean. You probably mow down maybe 50 of them and shit. But if you got, like I said, hundreds of dogs running, you about to run, nigga.
Yeah, and by now they know about your gun, so they're coming for you. Like, they're not stupid either. For the ones that lived through battle to battle, think about it. If whatever they had, whatever weapons they had, guarantee these dogs were putting in work. That's crazy.
Yeah, and back in those days, it was hand-to-hand combat with swords and shit. So you didn't have no machine guns then. You know, you might have some bow and arrows. You have some bow and arrows and shit.
You really in trouble, because you know how Mastiffs are. I don't know who's owned them, who hasn't, but when you even big pit bulls, they like to use their weight. Point blank, period. They will lean on you before they do what they do. They'll lean on you if they can, and that's cool, man. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, here we go, man. Here we go. What did the Alaunt look like? Historical descriptions vary, but most reports describe between 70 and 130 pounds, tall and athletic, deep chest, strong neck, large head, medium length muzzle, tight skin, short coat, powerful hindquarters. Unlike many modern Mastiffs, the Alaunt was not heavy or lumbering. It was built for running, fighting, hunting, working all day. Think a combination of greyhound speed, mastiff power, German shepherd work ethic. Wow. Imagine a dog that's, what they say, 130 pounds with greyhound speed. God damn.
Hey, when you're talking about this, I'm breaking down. You know, I'm reverse engineering, and I'm knowing that you can't. If we were going to try to create this breed from how they describe it, there's no way we couldn't include the greyhound. When they say the deep ribs and the size of it, there's no way. You know, so it's
now, right? Because back in those days, they didn't have the greyhound. Think of it like that, right? They probably didn't have the greyhound, right? But because they was doing a lot of mixing, and they was getting those genetic variances that was creating that hybrid vigor every goddamn time, they were getting these freaks.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's crazy because when they say about the hind, the rears, just the muscle build, I hear terrier in there. I hear that terrier muscle. You know, the cut up American Pit Bull Terrier, like that muscle. This sounds like the perfect dog.
Well, like I said, if you were breeding dogs for performance, and it was, you know, they weren't worried about no pedigree, it was performance, and they I'm sure they didn't understand hybrid vigor like we do, but because they were breeding for fucking, they needed dogs. It's like the military. You need more dogs than you got. So anywhere you go, you just breeding dogs together and shit. And they going, you know, if you're in the military, you conquering countries and lands, you know what I'm saying? So imagine how many different variances, like they talked about, they
was coming up.
And how they were getting that genetic explosion every time they was breeding with all these different foreign dogs to make these war dogs. So that's the only way I can see that dog being that big as fast as a fucking greyhound. But it's powerful.
Yeah, that's
was there a wild dog around back then? Like, you know how they have dingoes and wolves and coyotes. Was there a wild dog around back then? Was it just wolves?
I'm sure. Can you hear Ready, Kelly?
Ready.
Yo.
Nope. Was he talking?
I couldn't hear you. I could hear you and Callie.
I hear you, but you can't hear him.
Can't hear me.
Come back in, Callie.
Yep. Here I go.
Okay. Go ahead, Ready. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say that the Alaunt contributed to making all these breeds, like the greyhounds and some of these other breeds, the Mastiffs, bulldogs, and all that. The dogs that created the Alaunt are also extinct too. The sight hounds that they used, those are extinct.
Okay. I can hear you now, Ready too.
Okay.
So the sight hound, in order for this to be the sight hound, must have been a hell of a fucking dog.
Hell yeah, that shit was everything. The modern performance mastiff, working mastiff, true working mastiff to the core was the Alaunt. So everybody wanted traits out of that, genetics out of that, to make, oh, I want a fast dog out of that shit. And then they made that the Greyhound. And that's the fastest dog in the world right now.
For sure. I seen a few facts about these I found a few things about these historical facts about these Alaunts too, like key historical milestones.
I bet you the Alaunt wasn't a genetic bottleneck dog.
Oh no.
Hell no.
No, not at all. I mean, like you said, just the way they were moving, I don't think that, I think they kept going.
But okay, watch this, man. If we had war dogs and we was probably, let's say we had 1,000 dogs, we probably lost in a battlefield. We probably lost damn near 75% of them dogs in battle. So we had to keep breeding dogs.
Yeah.
So everywhere we went, we was breeding dogs because we didn't have enough dogs because them dogs was out there losing their life. So wherever we can get a dog that met the criteria, we breeding them. We needed dog bodies at that time. So that's what I'm saying. And in that day and age, they was bumping their head on superior dogs just based off of their breeding practices. Because they had no choice to choose. They needed dogs to fight, period.
Facts. Even the time that they lived, like you say, Coach, it was totally different. Like hand-to-hand combat compared to guns. Like every day they had to live on a fight or flight. So even to their dogs had to always be on that fight 24/7.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't risk a dog hearing a bomb exploding 200 meters out and running back to the caves or some shit. They couldn't afford that. They need something that's really gonna go and get and stay at all times, no matter what. And they achieved it. And what is crazy, once again, it's like the dog itself, it died out because of the purpose died out.
Right. There you go.
So, and not to say, hey guys, put away guns, let's go back to swords and shit, but for our dogs though, you feel me? I think we could still keep that fight for our dogs.
But see, check this out, right?
Go ahead.
Right. You're right about that. In their day and time, that there was really no need for that level of dog. That really Jason Voorhees real killing machine, right? But watch this. In modern warfare, right? They do send the dog out first to be a warning sign, so that at the end of the day, if the dog take the bullet first, then okay, we got the op right there. We're gonna send fucking Mighty Max out there. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go out there and take that bullet. But at the same time, you know what I mean? We know, okay, there's the op. He's there. Then we're gonna go ahead and finish him. So it's a little different now than back in those days where it's like, okay, it's hand-to-hand combat with swords and fucking bow and arrows and shit. You know what I mean? So you can do a full dog blitz, right? Bite the horse's legs and shit. Cause they was riding horses and shit back in those days. They wasn't out there with tanks and stuff.
I was just gonna say, even to the fact that now you have our war dogs now that can sniff a bomb. That's different. The mother dogs had one. So back then it was a one sole purpose, like a torpedo.
Yeah, like a torpedo for sure. Yep. Them dogs was on real kamikaze missions, but because, like I said, it's different from a gun. You shooting fucking thousands of bullets a second versus, you got to fucking stab a dog. But if you miss that dog gets you in the face, you dead, nigga. Or that dog gets you in the neck, you get jumped by 5 or 6 dogs, you dead, nigga. So
yeah, you might become lunch, man.
Oh, you will become lunch.
No, you are for sure.
Feeding them joints like that.
What?
They gotta
what?
Be tough.
Oh, you out of here. You gonna be a teddy bear. 5 of them, you're a teddy bear. In real life. Imagine 5 presses.
Yeah.
And these are gonna be worse than those. These are, you know what I mean? This is this is like the top of the top,
Right. But them presses, hey, them presses badass, man.
I know, but when when we look at it, you don't get that without the Alaunt. So the Alaunt based on the presser. The Alaunt. The Alaunt was a super dog.
Had to be. If that dog at 130 pounds is as fast as a greyhound,
60 pounds, yeah.
And got a
I said 60 pounds.
German Shepherd, like what the fuck? Like, what is that dog? That dog is super dog.
That shit probably was faster than the greyhound.
Imagine that dog outrunning your horse.
That is crazy.
You know
running
what?
next to the horse.
I was just gonna say that, Coach. Reddy might be onto something, and man, because how were they tracking speed back then? They wasn't. They didn't have that. And let's say so. We know we could track speed on horses now. The average horse running anything 42 to 50, 60 miles, and them dogs we know that them dogs was catching up and yanking them off them horses.
And yanking the horses down, though, bro. They was probably yanking the horse down.
Yeah, the horses too, yes.
Hell
At the back
yeah.
of the calves, tripping them up. They probably had little techniques where they'd throw the butt at the leg, all type of crazy
They
shit.
was jumping up, grabbing the guys off the horse.
That's probably
Hell
where
yeah.
the Tulsa. Hey, no, it's crazy. That's man. We might have to go back into the Tulsa.
Well, we did the Tulsa already.
Oh yeah, but I just thought about something. That Tulsa, that Japanese fighting style. Some dogs, I won't say naturally have that fighting style, but some dogs naturally fight with their body weight, like what Callie was saying. So imagine one of these Alaunts running up to your horse, getting a nice bite at the back of the calf and swinging his body a certain type of way to, trip up the horse.
Yeah, trip up the horse. Yeah.
Now, boom, your horse following you. That's what. How much do horses usually weigh?
What, 1,000 plus probably?
Now that's 1,000+ pound horse laying on you, while a dog fucking you up or on to the next. So all the soldier got to do is come up and stick a sword through your chest and on to the next.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, the reality is that imagine this dog on a decoy. Like if you picture what they're saying, and then imagine with a 130-pound greyhound fast, biting, strong, all the stuff that it comes with the German Shepherd work. Just imagine that getting on a decoy. That's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna use its weight. He's gonna come in with a bite and dive and tackle you. That's how they get down.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a decoy dog. Like that dog will probably fuck a decoy up, even in that suit.
He gonna run.
That dog's like getting bit by a goddamn Kangol and shit. Like even if you had a suit on and a Kangol bit you, like that Kangol is gonna fucking put a cold bruise on your shit. Probably gonna fucking even pierce you through your goddamn suit with that type of biting force. So a dog that's heavy like that, but not only that's heavy like that, but that's been bred off of blood and bones, like human blood and bones. Bruh.
Yep. That's like you said, human. He. This is what he do.
I'm sure they feed them. I'm sure they feed them I'm sure they feed them dogs the dead corpses.
Or prisoners of war. The whole time I'm thinking like if you got caught, you might got fed to them.
I'm sure that's how they.
Hell yeah.
They used to do that. That's a known fact. Like
I mean, you got to look at it. Look at the game world. People, the game guys, they'll watch this carnage shit go on. You know what I'm saying? So back then it was even turned up. These are real soldiers. They probably fed them that and had fun and bet and all. They probably fight them and all type of shit was going on.
Yep, tortured you and shit.
Yeah, if them dogs ain't do that to you, they was done. It was killing them dogs, getting rid of them shits.
Yeah.
And they weren't gonna get that real meal, you know what I'm saying? For eating you. Okay.
They probably torture you with them dogs, man. You know what I mean? If they want you to fucking give up the intel, they have one of them dogs eat your fucking dick and balls and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey,
word, for real.
Torture your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'll tell you. Okay. I'll tell you. Okay, you got it. Okay, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That once I tell you, then kill me, okay? Just don't let them eat my dick and balls. Just kill me. Death before dishonor, nigga. Just don't let them eat my dick and balls. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, let's move on. Main types of Alants. Historical records mention several varieties. You know how the coach loved the variances, and they loved them too, obviously. Alaunt, what's that? Gentil? Is that what it is? Gentil ready?
Yeah, gentle.
Gentle.
Okay. The hunting Alaunt. Purpose, pursuit of game, boar hunting, deer hunting. Traits, faster, more athletic, more prey driven. Alaunt ventre. Is that what it is? Ventre? Vitrin?
Yeah, like ventre.
Ventre. All right. Alaunt ventre. The butcher's dog. Purpose, driving cattle, holding livestock. Traits, strong grip, high toughness, excellent stock control. We got the Alaunt de Boucherie. Is that what it is? Am I saying that correctly?
Butchery, like butcher dog. The butchery.
Alaunt de Boucherie. The catch dog. Purpose, seizing livestock, boar catching, protection. Traits, extremely powerful, high aggression towards animal, tremendous bite strength. You guys get the different variances?
Yes, sir. They all sound about right.
So just to throw it in there though, that Gelente and the Barotro was also used to fight bears.
Ooh.
Yeah. They got down with bears.
Yup, they get do everything.
Yeah, like all-purpose dog. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay. Hey, good one, fellas. Chat, panel, good one. This is a good one, man. This is a good one. I'm glad you guys chose the Alaunt. Good job, fellas. What was the Alaunt used for? Number one, first and foremost, war dog. One of the earliest military dogs. Used for guarding camps, battlefield intimidation, messenger work, protection of soldiers. Their fearlessness made them valuable military assets. See, I like this because I want to make a military dog, and I'm going to. So shout out to the Alaunt and all the forefathers who produced them dogs, okay? Which they are obviously telling me as an engineer that they love variants. Pay attention. Message, men. Message. Let's keep it going. Number two, big game hunting. The Alaunt excelled at wild boar, bear, shout out to Verde for that one, wolf, deer. The dogs would track game, chase game, catch and hold game until hunters arrived. You guys get that for number two, men?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay. Number three, livestock control. Alaunts were used to drive cattle, manage livestock, move herds over long distances. This work eventually influenced modern bulldog type cattle dogs. You guys get that for the livestock control for the Alaunts?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Number four, property protection. The Alaunt served as estate guardians, farm protectors, family protectors. Their combination of size and athleticism made them formidable guardians. You guys get that for number four, protection, property protection type dogs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they excelled at everything.
Yeah, like you guys said, a pure, true, all-purpose dog. That's the ultimate dog.
And we can see it in, even though the breed faded itself, we can see it in the works, in the breeds that we have now, as in the Mastiffs, some of the Mastiffs we have and some of the programs running. The Bulldogs, how the Bulldogs end up going into the Pit Bulls, you know. Pit Bulls is elite. What else is, it's probably a few more out there. Greyhounds, Dogos, yeah.
They influenced the
I think the Great Dane
working
too, right?
dog group.
Yeah, the working dog. Yes. I think Wolfpack mentioned that. Like damn near the Alaunt, damn near is just a working dog. That's pretty much, but it's the ultimate working dog.
Facts.
And the sauce the sauce of the Alaunt is what I'm intrigued about because it's such an ancient dog. Just imagine how many different variances of dogs is in the Alaunt because of where and what them dogs was used for and how they were bred and why they were bred. You know, if I'm going to come into a whole different territory and I just slay you as an enemy and, you got dogs and shit and they're formidable, I'm breeding my shit with your shit. Matter, because like I said, we done lost probably 1,000 dogs. We probably have 5,000 dogs. We might have lost 2,000 out of the 5. We need more dogs. We breeding to whatever's around. We need more dogs. And then the next territory that we conquer, we breeding to those too. So I can see why they had superior dogs. But I can see why they're extinct because those breeding practices is that shit. Motherfuckers don't breed like that no more. They don't. Here we go. Performance breakdown. Frames, brains, and motors. You already know how we do. Frames, brains, motors is the code. Here we go. Frame, strengths, large skeletal structure, heavy muscle attachment points, excellent leverage, powerful neck and shoulders. Rating 9.5 out of 10. The Alaunt possessed one of the best working frames in canine history. God damn.
See, I respect that 9.5 out of 10 because nothing can't be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But it's damn near. Damn near.
I mean, she said specifically one of the best working frames in canine history. Okay?
You got that now.
Now, you would never get that by line breeding and inbreeding your dogs forever. You would never get that, engineers, by trying to create a purebred fucking Alaunt. Okay? You would never get that rating. Because then you get hip dysplasia, you get elbow dysplasia, you get weak pastures, weak joints. Because, we already know, you ain't got no genetic diversity. You're not replenishing your gene. You don't have no genetic explosion in your blood. So how can you keep a top tier performing frame on your dog without that? See?
Coach, it's crazy you say that because recently I seen it was a post or something. And people were, there's this purebred thing that everybody thinks makes sense, or that's been a thing, the purebred line breeding, whatever. And when you look at even the greatest dogs, that was not how they achieved them. Like I've listened to you when you point this out about the genetic diversity, and it's real. Like the greatest dogs were created by being more genetically diverse than not being,
Facts. Okay. But again, listen, men, we're engineers, okay? So we're going to use our common sense, right? If we're making something and we made it already, but we want to make it better because we tested it and we like certain things about it and we dislike certain things about it because that's our job as engineers to be critical. But if we breed it the same way, are we going to get the same results? Probably not. But with genetics, we get genetic depression by breeding it the same over and over again. So we lose the genetic prowess that we had in the beginning. So as engineers, we know we need to add new to create new. That's how they thought in the past. Man, we lack of something. We didn't add something that we don't have. Let's breed it. Let's breed it. Let's breed it. Oh, shit, you got a dog I've never seen before. That dog can do that. That dog can do this. My dog can't do that. My dog can't do this. Let me breed it. That's how they thought back in those days. And because they didn't have our knowledge, I wouldn't say they didn't have our knowledge, but being they didn't have, let's say they didn't have our information the way we have it readily available. They just did it based off of trial and error, and they just dealt with the dog, and they knew that they had a superior dog in front of them. That's what they did. They wasn't doing, the dogs all got to look the same. The dogs all got to fucking act the same. No, they embraced genetic variance. They embraced it in those days, and they got superior dogs because of that. They created all-purpose dogs because they had genetic variants. Okay? So please, pay attention in class, men. Pay attention to why we do these reverse engineering classes so that you can go back in time and think like a pioneer. Don't think like these motherfuckers of today who never created nothing. These motherfuckers of today, they copy what was already created. They're not the creators of what they are trying to copy. You guys follow me, men?
Got you.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Chat, I hope you guys following me. All right, here we go. Let's go to the brain. Strengths, courage, territorial instincts, problem solving, handler loyalty. Weaknesses, independence, can be stubborn, less biddable than herding breeds. Rating in the brain, they gave it an 8 out of 10. They said the Alaunt was bred to think and act independently. And I like dogs like that, honestly. Me, I like an independent dog. Because to me, that shows me brain mental awareness. That's a smart dog when it can think on its own independently. Now, you have to be a strong handler or owner to make that dog submit to you. And that's your job as the owner. Create yourself as the alpha. But if that dog don't believe in you to be its alpha, then don't be mad at it when it figures it out on its own. And a dog that's a war dog like the Alaunt has to figure out things on its own because it's independent from its handler. You know, the dog needs to know, okay, this is my army, this is my team, my pack, and the enemy is the enemy. That dog needs to know that. These horses that are ours, they're our horses, so we're not going to attack our horses just because it's a horse. But the enemy's horse, I know that that's the enemy's horse. I know the smell. I know the look. You know, that dog has to be independent-minded to know that.
Yeah, I was going to say that comes from the LGDs.
Yes. Yep, the livestock guardians in those days. Yes, sir. Yep, and then the environment. Dogs are pack animals. So the environment shapes the pack.
Yep, facts.
So if you got a whole bunch of dogs growing up amongst the whole, you know, the army, the dogs as puppies, they're growing up around the horses, all the soldiers, all the equipment. You know what I mean? They're hearing swords clinging. They're seeing blood being spilt. They're getting shaped as puppies. So their puppy brains is a 0, and they're learning from the environment what it is. And then when that dog is shaped to go in battle, then there's the development of the battlefield. But the whole time it's being shaped. You know what I mean? The brain is. And that dog needs to be independent to a degree. All right, so here we go. Motor, strengths, high pain tolerance, strong prey drive, tremendous determination, excellent endurance. Rating 10 out of 10. This is where the Alaunt becomes legendary. The Alaunt was bred to continue working despite injury, despite fatigue, despite harsh weather, and despite dangerous prey. 10 out of 10? Legendary?
That sounds like band dog shit right there.
10 out of 10.
Mastiffs, bulldogs, band dogs.
That's an all of the above motor.
All of that, yeah. Pit bulls, all that shit.
That dog got everything in the motor.
Yeah, that's a dangerous guy right there.
The Alaunt is the dog of dogs.
Yes, sir.
That's what the Alaunt is to me. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead. Let's go. What modern breeds descend from the Alaunt? Many experts believe Alaunt blood contributed to the development of English Mastiffs, Bull Mastiff, Dogo de Bordeaux, Cane Corso, Fila Brasilia. What's that? Brasileiro. What's that? Ready?
Brasileiro.
Brasileiro.
Yeah.
Okay. Tosa Inu, Alano Español, Dogo Argentino, American Bulldog, Boerboel. The closest living representation of the original Alaunt is often considered the Alano Español because it retains many of the historical characteristic: athletic build, catch dog ability, livestock handling, guardian instincts. Okay, did you guys know that?
Yeah, that's a Spanish bulldog.
Ah, dope.
I seen a picture of that joint hanging on a bull's nose, like it bit on the bull, and the bull was swinging it in the air, and it was just holding on. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Sheesh.
Very athletic.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, so she went a step further. She went a step further for us, man. She reverse engineered the Alaunt. So shout out to Coach ChatGPT, man. She pay attention in class, so she always think about how we talk. So, you know, you know what I mean? She thought of this herself for us. So shout out to her for that. She goes, if you were trying to recreate the original Alaunt performance profile, you would likely need frame, Mastiff influence, large skeletal structure, functional athleticism, brain, guardian instincts, independent thinking, high courage, motor, catch dog drive, hunting drive, endurance, high pain tolerance. Modern breeds that collectively capture much of the Alaunt phenotype include Alano Español, Cane Corso, Dogo Argentino, Boerboel. Formula One K9s verdict. Frame, 9.5 out of 10. Brain, 8 out of 10. Motor, 10 out of 10. Overall, historical working performance, 9.2 out of 10. The Alaunt was essentially the Formula One chassis behind many modern Mastiff and Bulldog breeds, a rare combination of power, athleticism, courage, endurance, and catch dog functionality that influenced working dogs across Europe for over thousands of years. Wow. 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 Good job, men. This is a great one. This is a great one.
Nah, I like this one.
Yeah, this is a great one.
Oh yeah, this a lot. This motherfucker a beast. Man. Now this a dog. Now this a dog we can recreate now. Take that working Boerboel, smack it to a bulldog, take a Fifi off of that, and you know, smack it to AK-47, and we call it a done dilly-o.
I mean, bruh, the only way you will really be able to fully create that dog is you got to get into your genetic variance bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to have to go out there.
You're going to have to keep bringing shit in there.
Yeah.
It's going to take time and some land. But is Reddy talking?
Yeah, he's talking.
All right, I'm going to drop out and join, right?
Yep. Yeah, you would have to go into your genetic diversity bag for sure.
You have to bring sight hounds, all types of sight hounds in there.
Yeah.
LGDs. Got the Kangle, so there's a good start in there.
Yep. The Caucasian Shepherd up in there.
All
kind of shit in there. You got to throw a fucking gumbo. You got to put a fucking gumbo of top tier working dogs in there, a variety pack.
For real. You probably gonna have to bring in, like, mix all those dogs together before you even think about the foundation of the Alaunt.
Yeah.
To see what them shits is. Oh man.
It'll probably take you at least 100 years.
I'm kind of interested on why they didn't throw the Presa Canario up in there.
Because it is the presser. The joint made the presser.
Do they count the press? Do they count the? Yeah, I hear Reddy. Do they count the Presa as a master breed, or is it a? Or
yeah, it's a Mastiff type. Yeah, a Molosser is a Mastiff.
Mastiff, true that. Yeah.
Wow. So, engineers, right? Now that you guys have had a chance to learn about the Alaunt, a lot of you guys probably have already learned about that dog maybe before we broke it down. But you see how that dog was made? Can you understand now why that dog is a legendary dog? If we were conquering lands as warriors, of course we're gonna breed with the local dogs of the areas that we conquered because we needed to replace the dogs that we just had killed in the war. So by default, we had the best dogs in the world because of our genetic variances. By default, men, we would have the best dogs in the world because we travel all over foreign lands and conquer our enemies. And because our dogs died in the battle, we need more dogs. So we bred with the local dogs of the enemies that we conquered so that we can have more dogs to fight with, which created our genetic diversity, which created the ultimate war dog that is now extinct because they're not used in that way anymore. Dogs are used more specific in our day and time because we're in modern warfare, right? So our dogs are used now for specialty missions. They're not used for kamikaze missions. Back in those days, they were used like you said, Verde, torpedoes. I think you said that, Verde, or maybe Callie said that.
Yeah, that was Kelly that said the torpedoes, but they did say they used them as like a cavalry. So that's exactly what it was. You feel me? A strong point. You feel me? Something that was going to be able to get in and break up the troops and, you know, trip them up, stumbling them up, you know, take them off the task for a little bit, have them looking down, you know, when you want to be looking forward, marching forward. Now you're being pushed back, looking down on the ground. It's not fun.
You know, I mean, a lot of it is common sense, man. But we got to go back in time. We got to go back in time and learn. And shout out to information. We can do that. Shout out to AI. You know, AI can do all the work for us. Surf the net, find out information. If you're a real nerd like me, you can go ahead and fucking ask, you know, like keep asking AI questions over and over again, like, you know, until she give you more. That's what I do with my AI. I'll make her give me so many variations of an answer because that's what I want to know. I want to know all these different things. So if you're curious, you want to know, okay, how they do this, how they do that, how they do this, why they do this, why they do that. You know what I mean? And you really on that level where you are trying to figure it out so that you can advance your program, then you will get it. You'll get it. But most dogmen of today, they're not into what we're talking about. They would never have an Alaunt. If I was back in the game dog world with the old timers before it was illegal, I would have a superior game dog. But you know why? Because I would be breeding to all the dogs that I fucking came across because I was a dog man connoisseur. I'm a dog man connoisseur now. So I'm sure I would be me then, you know, and I would be traveling all over the place, meeting other dog men with dogs that I've never even seen before in my life that wowed me. And because I'm a competitor, I'm going to breed to it. Then I'm going to come back and beat your ass. And you're going to wonder why I beat your ass. Well, I bred to a dog that you didn't even know that existed. I bred to a dog that whooped my dog's ass. Because I was talking shit, thinking I was the shit, and I'm such a competitor. And I was able to travel somewhere. And I happened to, you know, compete with somebody with some dog, some backyard dog, I thought. And that dog beat my best shit. So I'm like, goddamn, what kind of dog is that? Oh man, that's just a mutt. That's just a this, that, and a third. I ain't never heard of that dog before. Well, now you heard of it now. Well, guess what I'm going to do? Because you whooped my ass. I'm about to breed to it. And then I bumped my head on genetic diversity, which exploded my genetic pool that was already superior to me and made me better dogs through hybrid vigor. Fuck what they look like. So be inspired, dog men, by the pioneers of old. Be inspired by Louis Doberman and how he created the original Doberman, not how these Dobermans are today, but how he created them. Why he added the dogs he added. Be inspired by the working utility dogs and why you as a family had those dogs a part of your family. They were there to do a job, not to be your fucking pet. They were there to hunt, help you with hunt, herd your animals, deal with varmint. They were part of the family, but they were working parts of the family. They had to do something to get fed. So because this is the high performance working dog engineer lane, the only lane of its kind, that's how you should be thinking about your dogs if you want working dogs. You need to figure out, how can I add genetics to my line that's going to create an explosion to create better than the last generation? Not the same. Not the same. You should want variance, not the same. Okay? Honestly, if your dogs are the same, what are you doing? Nothing. If your dogs aren't better, if you're not seeing an explosion of genetic characteristics that you ain't never seen before in previous generations, then what the fuck are you doing as an engineer? If you're just line breeding to hold on to shit that you already have it. Why are you holding on to it? You should be making what you have better. Why I need to see that shit over and over and over again? If I got a motherfucking 8 motor, I want a 9 motor. If I got a 9 motor, I want a 10 motor. If I got a smart dog, I want a smarter dog. If I got a fast dog, I want a faster dog. You guys get what I'm saying, right, panel?
Yep, I got it.
1,000%, buddy.
That's how we should think. Why do I want the same? Why? Is that how they make cars today? Is that how they make motorcycles today? Is that how your phone is today? Is that how they make airplanes today? Is that how they do soldiers today? Is that how athletes are today? No, you're supposed to be better than the last. So why is this the thought process of dogs? The same. We talking about dogs that was dead 30 years ago. What kind of stupid shit is that? The dogs of today should be better. We should be talking about of the dogs that's coming up, right? We should be so excited about what's next. Even though the dog of 2026 is top tier because it's better than 2025, but we should be so excited about the dogs of 2027.
Exactly.
We should be talking about, hey, coach, what's the features that's going to be on the 2027? Hey, well, we added this. We added that. Oh, shit. Is it going to express itself at the time? Well, shit, we praying to God. We praying to God that we're going to get the expression of these genetics. But see, based off how we breed these dogs and based off the history and how we bred and based off the genetic variance, we should get an explosion and then we should get the variance. And those variants should hopefully show us the genetic expression in the offspring. That's how we should be thinking. Fuck what them dogs. Fuck what they looked like last year. But I guess I'm talking a foreign language. You know what I'm saying? Ready? Verde, I guess I'm talking a foreign language when I talk like that. But when I study the Alaunt, it makes sense to me why them dogs are superior. So when I reverse engineer an Alaunt, I get it. If I don't have the ability to travel all over the world and I only have what dogs is in my territory and I'm bottlenecked out because that's all I got, then I can see my dogs deteriorate right in front of my face. I will see that. If you have a one-trick pony animal, then, maybe that dog just is a one-trick pony and that's good enough for you. It doesn't have to perform at an elite level because it's not competing with nothing, right? Think about a livestock dog like a collie or something like that, right? All those dogs got to do is do one job, which is herd the sheep and shit. And they're smart enough to adapt to those sheep because those sheep are just, that's like a one-trick, you know what I'm saying? That's like a one-trick type of job for a dog like that. Now, imagine if that dog got to herd sheep, got to hunt, got to protect you, like the Alaunt. That dog got to do all of the above. That means that dog has to adapt because the opponent of that dog is adapting, right? Like the bear, the boar. That's you're dealing with predator amongst predator. Versus that dog that's smart like that collie knows that the sheep is going to do a certain thing. So all I got to do is do this and that sheep going to do what I want it to do because it's a sheep. So you guys got to, just think outside the box to create the circle, man. That's all I want to inspire you guys to do. If you see something that you lack, and you want to stay within the breed, do that. Do your research on dogmen who have your breed that have genetic characteristics that you don't have. Okay, that you don't have. Now, if you really, really, really nice at the dice with your artistry, then go ahead and make you one. Go ahead and get you some breeds and add your shit. Do some line breeding, inbreeding to bring it back so you can keep your phenotype and your genotype, but you added some new parts. Get in your bag. Create some shit. Do that too. But if you want dogs like the Alaunt, you can't recreate. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Follow the ancestors. Do what they did. Don't do what these niggas is talking about today. Do what they did to create these superior dogs that we heard about. These legendary dogs of renown that we heard about. Do what they did. Do what Mr. Doberman did. And all the other dog men and dog women that created breeds of top-tier working dogs. Remember with the thoroughbred? I guarantee you those billionaires they already got a breeding program that we don't know about, recreating the blood again. I bet you they do.
I agree.
Because they know they bottlenecked. And they got resources and, they got money and, they know how to do that shit. They're going to do it. It's a project, though. They know it's going to take them some time. They know it, but they got to make some fresh blood because they don't allow cloning and shit. So they got to make some fresh blood. So they over there doing that. I guarantee they doing that for sure. But when you control the stub books in the industry, that's under your microscope. It's under the committee's microscope, and they got that under control. That's their project. And trust me, they working on it. But in the meantime, they're going to rock with what they got until they can bring it to the forefront. So if I know they do that, I know that's how they created the thoroughbred. I know them bucking rodeo bulls, those is crosses. Those are cross bulls to create that motherfucking rodeo bull. Most animals are crosses. So just get in y'all's bag, engineers. If y'all want your dog game to step up, get into your bag. Add some new shit to your family of dogs. Add some new shit to your family of dogs. Add some new shit, man. Don't be afraid to do that. That's good shit. Think about your family. You know what I mean? Think about why the Royals was doing that shit. They was inbreeding shit because they was trying to keep their blood pure until they was getting all that retardation and all the disease. Then they knew they had to outcross. So to keep their shit fucking top tier, they was only breeding with royal blood to outcross royal blood instead of inbreeding their own blood. That's human shit. We figured that out the hard way. Why are we doing that with dogs? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on, guys. Step y'all's dog game up. Step your dog game up. I wouldn't have the dogs I have today if I was thinking like these breeders are today. I wouldn't have the dogs. I wouldn't have the dogs I got. But like I said, I'm an artist. So by default, like our ancestors, I was bumping my head until I learned what I was doing scientifically. But because of how I thought about dogs, I was matching dog to dog, not bloodline to bloodline, not the same to the same, not inbreeding for no reason, not line breeding for no reason, not outcross. I was outcrossing because for me, I like the dog, I bred it. Oh, that's outcross? Oh, that creates hybrid vigor. That's before I knew any of that sort. Hybrid vigor, outcross. I just like the dog. I bred him. I wasn't like blood, same blood, this, that, pedigree watching. None of that shit, man. I ain't never seen that dog before. Oh, that dog's dog. I like the way that dog. I like the muscle. I like the structure. Okay, I want to breed to it. Or hey, I want to buy a puppy. I bred my dogs. I got a variety pack. I just like variety pack. I bought my head on variety packs because I like variety. You know what I mean? You know, I like cars, so I'm gonna have a variety pack of cars. I'm not gonna have the same goddamn car in the driveway. But I got 5 of the same Ferraris. What kind of stupid shit is that? I like Ferraris. I got 5 of the same. No, I'm gonna have a variety pack of Ferraris. I'm gonna have a variety pack of different cars. I'm gonna have a variety pack of motorcycles. Okay? Why is the dogs not like that? So I digress off of that. You guys got anything to say?
Yeah,
Go
that
ahead.
was great. No, I was gonna say that was a great one right there, man. We cooked and we killed it.
Yeah, we did. So hey, so what y'all want to cook up, chat?
I seen the chat talking about. I seen bully cutters in there, and I kind of was thinking about the Serbian defense dog.
Okay, never heard of that.
Yeah, it's one of the ones right there.
Okay, so chat, what y'all want to do?
Oh, and I see Matt's talking about the Cordoba fighting dog.
Oh yeah, okay. So let's do a Coop because Coop asked us this last week. Let's do what Coop said. Let's do the Presa Canario against the Cane Corso.
All right, cool.
And the South African Mastiff.
Boerboel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
So we can do a versus. So we'll do a versus, fellas. We'll do that with Coop. The Pomeranian. Shit, we can do them small dogs too, man.
We could do all that.
Poodle. I told y'all about that goddamn poodle, man.
Have a toy battle royale.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can do that too. That'll be a good one, fellas. The battle of the toy dogs. That'll be a dope one. Hey, put that one in our to-do list. Ready?
Yep.
The battle of the
battle royale.
Let's go.
Toy battle royale.
I got my money on the multi-poo just because it's lab made.
Wolfpack says South African Mastiff versus English Mastiff. That'll be a dope one.
Could do all that shit.
So then what we'll do is we'll do the Cane Corso versus the Presa Canary. Let's do that one.
All right.
And then we'll do the South African Boerboel with another Mastiff. like how Wolfpack was saying.
All right, cool.
Okay, so put that in your notes. Ready for us. So Coop, we're gonna do the Presser versus the Cane Corso. We'll do a versus, and then we'll do that South African, like Wolfpack was saying. We'll put that with another Mastiff on a versus. Yeah. So we'll do that. Okay. So chat, you know what I mean? Y'all know that's what we got going on, class. Anything y'all can bring to the table in the chat, please feel free. If you guys ever want to come up on the panel, you know, anybody with a wrench, you guys are qualified to come up. You know what I'm saying? We know you're not with none of the fuckery. So you are qualified to come up. If you don't want to come up, that's fine. Just keep participating in the chat like you guys always do. Yeah, this is what I love, man. I'm glad that everybody's participating. I'm glad that we have evolved as a class where, you know, everybody has a voice. And we are representing what we call the super dog man and dog woman computer. High performance working dog men and dog women engineers. That's what we represent. And, you know, we're just inspiring each other to take our dog programs to the next level. You know, I hope and pray that I can be that example to you guys of the things that I'm talking about, you know, when I'm able to do the things that I say, and you guys can be like, yo, I remember when Coach was talking about that shit and he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would hope I would be for you guys, my brothers and my peers, you know, as an example of what we talk about. You know, I want to make the ancestors proud of me, you know, when they might hear me, the old timer might hear about what I've done and they respect what I've done because I took what they did to another level, you know, and that's why they respect me. It's like you being around Michael Jordan. He's been Michael Jordan the GOAT forever, and then you surpass him. And then Michael Jordan comes to you and like, yo, man, like, bruh, I've been waiting for you, man. You know, I've been waiting for you. About time. I admire you. Like, you did things that I did, but you took what I did to a whole nother level. Like, that's some shit that I like. I want to be that. And that's how you should want to be as a dog man. The same way. The same way. So that's what we represent over here. Thinking outside the box to create the circle, and we taking our dogs to the next level. And we encourage all you dog engineer, nerd-minded progressors, you scientists. We encourage and we appreciate you. You dreamers. You guys with visions. You guys with a broad dog palette. Okay? The ones that don't assume shit. Hey, this dog is the best dog in the world. Why? You don't know all the dogs in the world. Why would you say such a fucking thing? This breed is better than all the breeds. How? How could you say that? Have you seen every breed on the planet Earth? No. Why would you say that? An engineer would never say that. You know why? Because we done seen dogs that blew our mind. We done read about dogs that we never knew about that are superior animals like the Alaunt. So then that checks you who is a motherfucking brainiac who has common sense. Like, you know what? I'm not going to assume anything. You know, my dog might be great in my arena, but that doesn't mean it's the best dog in the world. You know, the variant of the breed I have over here is the only dog that I know, but that doesn't mean that there's not other variants all across the world of the same dog. Anyway, I digress. So next week we're gonna do the verses of the Presser and the Cane Corso. All right.
I see Matt. He said we should do Presser versus Corso versus Dogo, just to even it, because those is the 3 ones right there.
Okay. Then we can do that. Okay, do that. So put that in our lesson plan. Ready? Yeah.
And then for the bully kuna, how you say that? Bully cutter?
Bully cutter?
Bully cutter.
Bully cutter. How about the bully cutter versus Boerboel?
Yeah, we could do that next time. The next one.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we can definitely do that, man. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely do that. But all right, fellas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, shit, man. We gotta ride out with a track before we close it out, man. Well, how about that, man? We gotta ride out. I mean, god damn it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, that should get you pumped up, man. So let's ride out with another track, man. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and do that.
Hold on, Coach. Before you play, I just got to say that the pressure, like, we got to somehow bring that. You feel me? You got to put that song on another beat or something, man.
I know, man. You see how UMG did us, man.
Yeah, man.
They was like,
that
nah.
was one of the ones right there, man.
Yeah, they was like, nah, you can't do that, coach. Nah, man, nah, nigga. They did, man. They fucking took our shit dead off when we played that shit. And I was like, damn, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. But yeah, no, shout out to the pressure, man. Shout out to the ETs, man. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Shit, man. Let's go ahead and pump this one up, man. Let's go ahead and pump this one up. Let's ride out to this one right here. Well, hold on. Run this one right here. know what I mean? Salute to the chat, salute to the panel, man. You want to say goodbyes, brothers?
Salute chat, salute Verde, salute Coach, salute Cali, salute Caveman, wherever you at.
Yep.
Salute Lucky Mills.
Salute Lucky Mills. Word.
Yep, Lucky Mills, all the brothers, man. You guys be safe, man. You know how we do, man.
Salute Duro.
Salute brother
Brothers.
Duro, man. Yep. Salute Cali, man. Salute everybody, man. Much love, man. We love y'all, man. Y'all be safe until next Thursday, man. We out, man.
We out.
Listen, do some work. Do some work. Why? Do some work. Why? Do some work. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Take off your skirt. Yeah, don't flirt. Get it in. Yeah, it's time to win. Yes, it's time to get up. Yes, it's time to win. Yes, free from sin, born again. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. It's so frightening, it's exciting. When I get it, then it strikes like lightning. Electricity, do some work. Don't be afraid to get blood on your shirt. Yeah, sometimes it hurts. But I guarantee it works. Ooh, don't flirt. Don't wear a skirt. Be a man, please understand. It's time to work. It's time to do additions. It's time to work. It's time to go on missions. Stay in tune with the God, fuck the squad. If you ain't in tune with us, yeah, I go solo. Don't you know though? So 100 Nation, that's for sure though. I do the work. I get blood on my shirt. Oh my God, yes it squirts. But I let it release. I get the peace. Oh my God, I slay them devils. Rest in peace. Till they lay down and deceased. And do some work, get some blood on your shirt. I don't acknowledge no shit that is fake. I can't stand police niggas, they're jakes. Yes, you cannot relate. Sometimes you do the math that doesn't equate. Oh my God, heaven's sakes. Oh my God, what the hell, yeah. What's the smell? I don't smell shit. Cause you don't know how to do nothing. You don't know how to do it. Nigga, quit, forfeit, lay it down. Shh, don't make a sound. Yes, I'm profound and I get it in. Yes, we're born to win. I said, do some work, get some blood on your shirt. It's a soldier's life, nigga. Blood on your shirt. Fuck all the laughing shit. Fuck all the flirts. Fuck all the play shit. Fuck all the skirts. We not feminine. We not like women. We like men. We get it, then we born again. Stop that shit, please. Stop that shit. Do some work and get some blood on your shirt. Don't make me shake you up. Don't make me wake you up. Don't make me slam you down. Lay you to the ground. Shake you up. Take the bitch out of you. Lift you up. Take the bitch out of you. I pursue to take the bitch out of you. I pursue to take the bitch out of you. Ladies, don't be afraid. Fuck these niggas. Don't be they slave. Yes, they'll take you down to the grave. Listen, bitches, don't be they slave. Fuck with a king. Be a queen. Come through, move like a machine. Stay mean and stay clean. Look up in the sky, yes, have a dream. Martin Luther King, the God that flows through me. Yes, they call me T-E-E-S-I-R-E-T. Sire, oh, I'm on fire. Lightning strikes, I ain't no liar. I speak the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press rewind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press rewind. Yes, it strikes through the spine. It strikes through the roof. It's the truth. Mathematics, get it in. Mathematics, get it in. 1, 2, 3.